Here at Dan Barnett Field for Week 3 Motherlode League football action. Frank, good to see you again.
Well, great to be here. It's the first time we get a shot at Argonaut this year. And before we start, JD, I need to make a correction.
Okay.
In the pigskin preview, I kind of got my schools mixed up a little bit, and I was talking about Modesto Christian, who Calaveras is playing tonight, and I said Roger Canepa was the coach. Roger Canepa is the coach of Central Catholic. So I did get a couple text messages asking me if I had been drinking that day. No, I know Roger Canepa is the coach of Central Catholic. I got the two Christian schools from Modesto mixed up. I apologize for that because I do try to bring accurate information. So I just wanted to correct that right off the gate.
And you know what? It's not like you said De La Salle or something. You know, same area, both Christian schools, both. Yeah, easy mistake. So now that we got that worked out, Camps Propane's got us here sponsored for our pregame show. Hey, Argonaut High School looks pretty cool this year. They're out here in some yellow unis with almost a green and white camo pattern on the numbers. Might make it hard for Frank and I to pick up some of those numbers tonight, but Argonaut almost looks like a pro team out here tonight as they are hosting Colfax. Now, Colfax comes into this game.
They're 2-0, and they've had two impressive wins. They've put up 81 points on the board. And you know, the Argonaut win last week, a win is a win, okay? Both these teams come in 2-0, but Argonaut just pulled that game out with a late touchdown to a team that I thought they should have beat by a lot. And from what I heard, there was a lot of penalties that kept stalling drives, some warranted, some not. But Argonaut is going to need to be on their game tonight because this Colfax team is good. They come in here, their quarterback, Austin Weir, they can not only run the ball, but they can throw the ball. Austin Weir comes in, already got 278 yards through the air in 2 games. Their big back, Mason Aarons, 311 yards and 4 touchdowns in 2 games. And their other back, Mark Avila, 241 yards and 1 touchdown. So between the two of them, they've racked up 550 yards in 2 games.
Yeah, between 2 of them.
That's going to be a challenge for the defense.
Definitely. Now, we're here. I always forget we got video now. Jake's got the video on us, and so hello, everybody. Now, this is our 3rd week. As Frank said, it's our first week seeing Argonaut, and just by what I had heard, I agreed with Frank. See, Rio Vista last week, Amador basically dismantled Rio Vista 59-6, the final score in that game. And as you were saying, Rio Vista easily beat Brookside Christian.
Right.
So we thought, hey, Argonaut's just going to run all over him, but it just wasn't the case. So we'll see what Argonaut has tonight. Which Argonaut team are we going to see, Week 1 or Week 2? Argonaut?
Well, we're going to need to see the Week 1 game if they want to continue on the win streak and go away with 3-0 because this is a good Colfax football team. And, you know, we'll see. They've been I think it's early in the year, and they're trying to do a lot of things, and sometimes that only hurts you, it doesn't help you. Figure out what you're good at and be really good at it.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
And, you know, they've got a lot of athletes on this team. Brian Albiani at the quarterback, but they got Hernandez and Johnny White and Mikey Vieira, and they've got a lot of speed in both the offense and the defensive backfields, and they need to utilize that. But
definitely,
everybody needs to be pulling the rope in the same direction, and that's what it's going to take for Argonaut tonight.
And you know what? You can kind of see, it's a word I don't usually use, but I think in sports it's all right, swagger. Now, Gary Landergen did a good job coming into the program last couple years. They tried to mix things up. Now, Ricky Davis is back, over 100 wins as Argonaut coach, and he's come back and he's kind of brought back that smash mouth kind of style of football, and you just kind of see that swagger on the team here. Ricky Davis, strength and conditioning teacher and physical education teacher at Argonaut High School, and really gets these guys in the weight room and just looks and feels like a different team this year, and I'm really looking forward to see what they have tonight.
Well, I think it goes from the attitude of the coaching staff to the players to the parents to the student body, and there is a vibe around Argonaut this year that has been missing the last couple of years. And
definitely,
you know, and everything in sports needs to start with confidence. You need to believe that you can win.
Definitely.
And tonight's going to be the biggest test that they've had so far this year.
So, folks, we will be back. We've only got about 4 minutes left to go here in the pregame show before the game action gets underway, and we've already got the captains out on the field. We've kind of run down tonight's game, a little bit about both teams. That's pretty much going to wrap up our pregame show as we're going to get underway here again in less than 5 minutes. Our first quarter tonight will be brought to us by Central State Credit Union. Our second quarter, Jackson Tire. Third quarter, the Glass Doctor. Thompson's Auto Group will bring us the fourth quarter. Your post-game show, as always, sponsored by Prep Star. You'll also hear our call of the game brought to us tonight by Utility Telecom, and as always, player of the game, Paisanos. Check out our post-game wrap-up and our pigskin preview, which is always sponsored by Les Schwab. So let's take a break. We'll hear from our first quarter and our pregame sponsor, and we'll be back. Dan Barnett Field, Week 3, Motherlode League football action. Field, the home of the Argonaut Mustangs. The captains were just out, and the coin toss, I believe, was it Colfax?
Colfax won the toss. They elected to receive. They did not defer. The 4 captains tonight for Argonaut was Ryan Balabiani, number 11, number 21, Trevor Ramage, number 57, David Crowhurst, along with number 70, Billy Pooh. There was only one captain in uniform out there for Colfax. That was number 50, and we're going to pause for the national anthem.
And Jim, during the national anthem, let's send it back to you. Let's hear from our first quarter sponsor, and we'll come back here. And a beautiful rendition there of the national anthem. And about 2 minutes left to go here before game action underway. The teams are coming off the field. And Frank, not a bad job there.
No, it was good. A quick rundown of Motherlode League action tonight. Sonora is at home versus Ripon. That ought to be a good game. Calaveras, they're down playing Modesto Christian. Sonora and Calaveras both coming in 2-0. 2-0. Our game tonight, of course, Argonaut against Colfax, both teams 2-0. Amador, also 2-0, goes into San Juan. Somerville is at home. They're also 2-0 against Bradshaw Christian. Bret Hart, their second game in the season. They won their opener last week. They're at home against Golden Sierra. They're 1-0. And Linden, probably the best opportunity they're going to have for a win this season, maybe tonight against Galt.
And you know what? We've got a quick scoring update. Scoring updates this season are brought to us by Calaveras Lumber and Ace Hardware. And we have a score on Amador. It is 7-0. Calaveras up 7-0. 7 minutes left in the first. Noah Prius on a 15-yard run, as I'm reading that from Jim.
Noah Prus, that kid's good.
I would say Prius.
Prius is a car, JD. It's electric.
Yeah, exactly, right. And it's not as fast as he is probably either. And we got 7-7 San Juan Amador game, first quarter, about 4 minutes left to go. And just on the board, Bird with a touchdown pass. It's a 30-yard pass, 14-0 now, Calaveras.
Wow, they're rolling early. All right, Argonaut is getting ready to kick off here. Let's look back deep for Colfax. We've got, from our advantage point, I cannot see.
The kicker looks like number...
Those numbers are really hard to see. 15?
15, yeah, Frank. Which would be Wyatt Elmore.
Deep kick. That's going to be a touchback. Great kick right there by the Argonaut kicker. We've heard a lot about him. He's got a big leg. Wyatt Elmore knocks it into the end zone for a touchback.
And this change of possession brought to us by Melon Faze and the BG Lounge. Remember, Melon Faze, home of the Moo Burger prime rib dinner Friday and Saturday nights, and of course BG Lounge open late.
All right, let's remember the two backs we talked about here for Colfax. Number 22, Mark Avila, and the big man, number 29, Mason Abrams. In the shotgun goes Weir. First snap, handoff, second man through. Hits the line of scrimmage, still going forward, gain of about 5 yards on the play.
Both teams look very physical to start the game.
Well, Colfax is usually a physical team, and Argonaut's always known as a physical team. That was Klopatek, I believe, number 20. Ramage on the tackle. 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line. Weir's going to stay in the shotgun. Look at the pass. He looks, throws. Oh, he was throwing one way. The receiver went the other on that one, JD.
And you know what? There's a lot of contact there. Aaron Tope, I believe, the junior for Argonaut Mustangs, number 10 down here at what would be the left corner position. A lot of contact there with the receiver, but it looked like it was actually initiated by the receiver, so no call there.
Well, the receiver curled inside that way, and Weir, the quarterback, expected him to come the other way. Incomplete pass, 3rd and 5. Back to pass again. Quick hitter outside, incomplete. Going to turn it over on downs. It'll be 4th and 5, and Colfax is going to go 3 and out.
You know, in past seasons, Argonauts had strong defenses, but when they'd get to playoffs, it seemed like the secondary was always the weaker part of the defense. And here to start the game tonight, Argonaut secondary, real strong, real tight coverage. We've got 11 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Well, they just don't see a lot of passing teams in the league, and then when they get in the playoffs, I'm trying to still pick up these numbers, folks. I think it's 22 that's back deep for Argonaut. They're really hard to see.
It is. I do believe so. Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah. I thought
Andrew
Hernandez. I thought the amateur numbers were hard to see. We have bright yellow jerseys and pants, and then camouflage numbers, and they are difficult to pick up.
And the hard thing is, in the camo, it looks like some of it's yellow. So you got a green and a yellow camo on a yellow jersey, so you're almost looking at green dots is what we're seeing on there.
So the Mustangs are going to take it over 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Albiani gets the play. He's in the huddle right now. Argonaut breaks the huddle. They're coming up the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they're doing. Like I said, first time we've got to see amateur this year. Looks like Mikey Vieira, the lone back behind Albiani in the shotgun motion. Oh, nice little hole outside. That was Johnny White, I believe.
And those of you familiar with Ricky Davis, always a double wing offense here at Argonaut. They lined up basically in a double wing with one of their tight ends on the left was actually split out.
That was White, picked up 4 on the play. Like I said, we're gonna have a little struggle with these numbers here, folks.
Well, and the difficult thing is Flores is 23 and White's 33, so we may get these guys mixed up every now and then.
All right, so Mikey Vieira. White goes in motion. Albiani wants to throw. He throws a little quick shot out to the right, incomplete. Second and 6. They tried to go to the short side of the field that time.
Mason pass intended for Andrew Hernandez. Ball's incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6 here for Argonaut as they break the huddle. Again, Vieira, the lone back behind Albiani. White in the slot here to the left. Hernandez split wide right. Motion coming from the right side. Second man through, Vieira. He gets hit. He's still running. Breaks the tackle. He breaks another tackle. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. The 20. Brought down at the 17-yard line. Quick hitter, Mikey Vieira. Big run for Argonaut.
Well executed counter by the Mustangs. He started right, countered back to the left, and it wasn't wide open. As Frank said, he broke multiple tackles. Great play by the Mustangs. We're looking at a first down here inside the 20, folks, with 10 minutes and 16 seconds left to go. Now, Argonaut, a little bit different, almost what we saw last 2 years. Argonaut came out, completely ditched the double wing, and they went into like a full spread offense. And what we're seeing right now, we're seeing 2 wings, and instead of 2 tight ends, there's one on each side.
It's kind of a hybrid double wing, if you like.
But the biggest difference is the quarterback's in the shotgun,
right,
folks. He's
exactly.
not up under the center. So he's about 3-4 yards deep in the shotgun here.
Again, out of the shotgun, Vieira, the only back behind Albiani. In motion, number 23. Albiani wants to throw. He's looking, in trouble. Breaks the tackle, throws over the... Intercepted.
Intercepted in the end zone, Frank, and that guy, he was wide open, and Albiani just held onto the ball too long, threw the ball late, gave that safety a chance to get it. I was watching that guy the whole time. He was wide open that whole play. Just get rid of that football.
What happened, he got a little pressure. He shook a tackle. Then he still wanted to go to the guy he wanted to go to at the beginning. He was on his back foot. He couldn't get enough of the football, and the defender actually made a nice job, corrected, dove to the left, intercepted the ball, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So the big run by Vieira is nullified by the INT. So Colfax is going to take over for the second possession from the 20-yard line as it was intercepted in the end zone.
These scores aren't adding up, Jake. So is this the Amador game? Who's Herrera? Which game's that? I don't know.
All right, Weir's in the shotgun. First man through. Hit. Nice job. Nice penetration by the Argonaut line on the right side there. Drove him back. I think that's going to, maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to call it a loss. Now they're going to give it a line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. David Crowhurst comes shooting through there. Great penetration by that right side of the defensive line.
Second down and 10.
Be second down and 10 for Colfax.
About 9 minutes left to go in the first.
Shotgun again. Wants to pass. Hit! Sacked!
And I'm trying to pick it up.
That was number 51.
Big number 51 for the Mustangs, Patrick McCarthy on the sack. 9 minutes and 5 seconds left to go. That's going to bring up third down for Colfax.
Loss of 6 on the play, JD. It's going to be third down and 16. Great job by McCarthy. He came up from the backside. Weir did not see him. Weir was looking to the other side of the field, and McCarthy took him down. Weir again in the shotgun.
Got 4 guys out on this play here.
Third and 16. Back to pass. He's got time. Throws over the middle. Complete. That's a first down.
I tell you what, Frank, that was a little bit of a high throw, but great catch. Way to use the hands. That was
number 28.
Van Dorn.
Van Dorn, that'll move the ball all the way up to the 34-yard line, where it'll be first and 10.
You know, I just noticed we got the Falcons, right? Colfax Falcons. They have the Philadelphia Eagles helmets on here. Interesting choice. Oh, we've got some scoring going on. Amador and Calaveras games. We'll update you shortly.
He's back to pass again. He's going deep. Incidental contact. Receiver got tripped up. He was throwing. Nobody was open there. The ball falls incomplete.
My opinion, great no call. That was just their feet getting tangled.
It'll be second and 10, but boy, they're coming out and they're not afraid to throw.
Hey, quick scoring update brought to you by Calaveras Lumber and Ace Hardware. Calaveras behind a 52-yard punt return, 21-0 in the second quarter. Amador now up 24-7. Herrera kicked a 25-yard field goal. Now Reese Gilmore on a 40-yard run for the Buffs.
All right, we're again on the shotgun. We got 3 here to our side. He's looking to throw. Pressure, hit, sacked. That was 57, number 57 for Argonaut.
So we're now about 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And as of right now, looks like Argonaut's winning the battle at the line of scrimmage offensively and defensively. And a nice pass rush the Mustangs got tonight.
Third and 14. Well, this side of the line was a little bit unprotected. They had trips out to this side, and that's right where Crowhurst came in from. Short side here again. We're back.
Uncovered over on the top.
Up, somebody moved.
So we got a flag out on the field, 7 minutes and 27 seconds left.
Now that's a bad call. They called that offsides against Argonaut, and yes, the lineman jumped. He didn't even get close to crossing the line of scrimmage. Nobody else moved. That's just a bad call right there.
Today's first quarter action brought to us by Central State Credit Union. 0-0 first quarter action.
Third and 9. Weir's going to keep it. He wants to roll to the left. He looks. He's throwing deep. He's got a receiver. Overthrown, incomplete.
Pretty good coverage on that play by Trevor Ramage for the Mustangs.
Well, it'll be fourth down. The receiver got behind the defender, and the ball was just overthrown. I guess you can call that good coverage.
It was
when your receiver's 2 yards behind you, is that good coverage?
It was fairly close. I've been told I'm a little hard on these young men, Frank. So.
All right, sorry. All right, number 22, Andrew Hernandez is back deep for Argonaut. Colfax to punt for the second time in a row. Ramage is the short man. Good snap, good kick. Come up and field that ball, son. Lets it drop. That's the Ricky Davis way.
And the ball's down at about, what's that, Frank, the 22? 21-yard line or so. So we're going to take a real quick break. Let's hear from our first quarter sponsor, Central State Credit Union. We'll be back here at Argonaut High School.
All right, here we come. Argonaut breaks the huddle. He got 1st and 10 for the 22-yard line. Albiani again in the shotgun. That's where he's been all night. He has yet to be under center. Handoff to the motion man coming this way. That was Johnny White, number 33, got tripped up right away.
Johnny White, the ball carrier.
Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9.
First quarter action brought to us by Central State Credit Union. 6 minutes and 40 seconds left and counting left here in the first quarter. 2nd down and long for the Mustangs.
Picked up about 1 of them.
All right, same formation. Albiani the shotgun, Vieira the lone back. Motion man coming this way. Second man trying to get around this left side.
Nice run, and was that, I believe that was Johnny White, number 33.
Johnny White again.
The ball carrier on the left-hand.
Johnny White got hit head up and bounced off the tackle. Looked like he was out of bounds, but he's close to the sideline. Picked up another about 5 yards or so. Nice hard run.
3rd and 3 for the Mustangs.
You know what's kind of entertaining, Frank, is when you do these games for a few years, you've done it for many years, you watch some of these guys who come up as sophomores or even as juniors, and then the maturation, the growth into their senior year, how much harder some of these backs run. It's crazy.
Yeah, these kids at this age just in motion this time. Second man through, Vieira hit behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss. It's going to be 4th down for the Mustangs. They're going to be forced to punt.
Nothing going on that one. But yeah, that growth from the junior to senior year, it's pretty impressive. About 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes. This is the quickest game we've done, Frank.
Well, we haven't had a flag yet.
No turnovers. Well, we did have the interception,
but
the 1 interception.
Timeout. Colfax is going to call a timeout.
So once I say it, they call it timeout. So they said, we need to make this game go a little bit longer. 5 minutes and 17 seconds left. We'll take a quick break and check in with our sponsor, Central State Credit Union. And we're back here at Argonaut High School, Dan Barnett Field. Week 3 Motherlode League football action. 2-2 Argonaut Mustangs have taken on the 2-2. 2-0.
Both teams are both 2-0.
So neither of them have lost. 2 undefeated teams. I'll tell you, it's a pretty even matchup here. Argonaut looked a little better the first couple possessions, but
nobody's back for Colfax. I believe Albiani's going to kick this. Yes, he is. Kicks it out of bounds.
Not too far, about the 48-yard line.
Let's see where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be, well, they're still walking it off.
I'm thinking we're only going to get a net of about 20 right there. What he did, folks, he looked like he was in the same formation. We said the Argonaut Mustangs are now in the shotgun, very similar to their old double wing, but the quarterback is in the shotgun. One of the tight ends is split out on every play. And Albiani, same depth as this, he's going to run a play. And as Frank said, I think he's going to punt. He did, but a quick punt, didn't really have much room to get anything on it, and only, like I said, netted maybe 20 yards on that punt.
Looks like they're going to spot it at the, well, right at the 50.
Ball's placed down at the 50-yard line, where it'll be first down for Colfax.
So it'll be 1st and down for the Falcons. 1st and 10, I should say. We're again in the shotgun. Looking to pass. He's looking left. He's got an open receiver complete to the 45-yard line. Tackled immediately right there. Gain of 5 on the play.
Where it's passed complete to Garrett O'Keefe.
Quick scoring update brought to you by Calaveras Lumber and Ace Hardware. Looks like Modesto Christian going to end up 0-3 on the season, Frank. A down year for them. Calaveras already 28-7. We're still in the first quarter in that game. Or excuse me, just started the second quarter.
2nd and 5 after that completion. We're again in the shotgun. Hands it off this time. No, he wants to throw again. He's going deep and he's open. Touchdown Falcons! Beautiful throw, beautiful catch right there.
And that was over Andrew Hernandez.
That's number 28, Nick Van Dorn. Weird Van Dorn.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Hernandez was well behind, or excuse me, Van Dorn behind Hernandez. Hernandez looks like he had some good closing speed, maybe mistimed his jump. And
well, he wasn't that far off, but that was a beautiful throw and catch there, and that's hard to defend.
Yeah,
so
no, it was a great fake. Frank and I both thought the draw went through.
Of Rylan Hyman.
So they're going to try the extra point here, the 1-point attempt. Good snap, kicks up. And it's good.
And it's good. 4:27 left in the first period. The Mustangs 0 and the Falcons 7.
So nice, quick drive by the Falcons. Had a gain of 5 on the first pass, and then the next 45 was all done in one play. Weird of Van Dorn.
So the Mustangs trailing 7-0 here. 4 minutes, 27 seconds left to go in the first quarter. First quarter action brought to us by Central State Credit Union. Hey, a quick scoring update. Calaveras Lumber and Ace Hardware. Looks like, again, Calaveras up 28-7. Second quarter action over Modesto Christian. Amador and San Juan. We have got an update on that game. Looks like it's 24-7. Amador Buffaloes ahead of San Juan.
Boy, Amador's putting up a lot of points, and they're putting them up early.
You know, Sonora is up on Ripon 7-0.
All right, Argonaut's got 3 guys back this time. Hernandez,
Cade Collins, Trevor Ramage, and Andrew
Collins, and Ramage, all 3 back, trying to cover that field.
Kicking off for Colfax.
Kicks it deep to the corner. Field about the 10-yard line. It's up to the 20. Looking for room. To 25. Breaks through. He's got some room. Cuts it upside. Brought down just inside the 45-yard line. Nice return by Cade Collins right there for the Mustangs. Picked it up about the 10-yard line and took it all the way up to the 45. So nice return by Collins.
Got some yellow laundry on the field. It's not a Mustang jersey, folks. We're going to see what this penalty is. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Colfax.
Well, let's see what they say. Normally, on a kick, it's usually a block in the back, but it looks like they're pointing the other direction.
I'll tell you what, after that long run, Mustangs got down so quick inside the red zone. I thought this was going to be an Argonaut Mustang game here, folks. Colfax came right back with a beautiful touchdown throw, and now the Mustangs are playing catch-up, unfortunately, due to a turnover inside their own red zone.
Well, the officials are still talking about that. They haven't signaled yet what the flag was for. Argonaut broke the huddle. They're ready to go, and the officials are still talking it over. They're picking it up. They're waving it off.
Flag's been picked up. Play will resume.
So no call?
They're waving the flag off.
At the 44-yard line.
So it's going to be placed at the 44, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Argonaut. Long discussion. Somebody thought they saw something that I guess they didn't. Albiani in the shotgun. White first. Albiani's going to keep it. He's coming this side. He's got the 50. He's got room. He's to the 40, to the 35. Knocked. In motion this time, Ramage going to give it a counter back to White coming up the middle. He might have got enough for the first down. Let's see where they spot him forward progress.
We're looking at about 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Has Johnny White always had hair sticking out the back of his helmet?
He's a surfer, man.
Yeah, baby.
Wow, yeah.
Maybe a half a yard.
Well, they're talking about it, if it's a first down or not. That's awful close. They're going to measure it.
Let Albiani snap it and fall.
No, they're going to measure it. They're going to measure it. That's awful close.
So you know what? We're going to take a quick timeout here, folks, from our broadcast. We're going to send it back to Jim in the studios. We'll check in with our first quarter sponsor, Central State Credit Union, then come back. First quarter action, 7-0, Colfax over Argonaut.
All right, we're back. They just measured that. They're about a foot short of the first down, so it's going to be 3rd down and a foot.
Well, we're taking a quick break here. Argonaut still not to the ball. Scoring updates. Calaveras Lumber, Ace Hardware. Calaveras 28, Modesto Christian 7. Second quarter action. Amador 24-7 in the second. Sonora 7-0 over Ripon. Excuse me, now 31-7 for the Buffaloes.
All right, here we go. Vieira, the lone back behind Albiani from the shotgun. 3rd and a foot. In motion, fumbled snap. That's a first down. Boy, he almost dropped that, but Albiani was able to grab a hold of it and handed it off to number 23. That's Mason Flores, the sophomore, by the way. And he got just enough to move the chains. It'll be first down.
Amador High School already has 4 interceptions in their game against San Juan. They're up 31-7.
Wow. So the ball is going to sit at about just outside the 20-yard line where the Mustangs will have it first and 10. Mason Flores, sophomore running back, number 23, took it across there. He's here in the left wing. White's over on the right side. Vieira, the lone back behind Albiani. Albiani in shotgun. Flores in motion. Albiani pitches it back to Vieira, coming around this side. He's got some room. The 20, the 10, knocked out of bounds at about the 6-yard line.
You know, a nice block by Andrew Hernandez down there. Didn't really blow the guy up, but got in the way nice. Got extra few yards there.
Well, that'll move the chains again. It'll be first and goal for the Mustangs. Looks like, see where they spot it.
7-yard line.
7-yard line. It'll be first and goal from the 7.
Frank, Jake, I don't know if you guys agree with me here. When this lines up, it looks real similar to a double wing with one of the tight ends split out. But with the quarterback being in the shotgun, it almost looks like it plays more like a wing T than a double wing. The look you see.
The way I understand, that's what they're trying. It's kind of like a double wing hybrid wing T combo.
Gotcha.
They can go back to the double wing if they want to run some power football, but right now they've set up in that same formation. Johnny White in motion, second man through. Vieira this time hit, falls forward, I think maybe gets a yard, not much more.
And what this
Vieira, the ball carrier, stopped by Jared Lovey.
Sorry, folks, we're getting another update here.
We're to call it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on the play. It'll be second and goal from the 7.
Little or no gain on the play. Brings up a second down.
And with this style of offense, guys, they can still do what they've always done, but it opens up the passing game a little bit more. Nice balance for the Mustangs.
Albiani has been in the shotgun the whole first quarter. Flores on the wing on the left. White goes in motion. Albiani's going to keep it. Pitches it back to Vieira. He's got the 5. He's heading to the goal line. Oh, tackled just short of the goal line. Gets it down to about...
Mikey Vieira, the ball carrier on the pitch play.
About the 2.
Stopped by Connor McShane.
It'll be third and goal from just outside the 2-yard line for the Mustangs.
It's going to be third and goal from about...
Had some success so far in this quarter with that option play. They ran it to the short side of the field that time. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're going to change sides.
And so we're going to take a quick break. We'll check in with our sponsors. First quarter today was Central State Credit Union. Second quarter action will be brought to us by Jackson Tire. And we are back here at Argonaut High School, Dan Barnett Field, home of the Mustangs. Second quarter action about to get underway. 7-0 Colfax as they scored in the first on a nice pass to, was it Van Doon, I believe is the name?
Van Dorn. We're to Van Dorn. Beautiful 45-yard completion on their third possession, or second possession of the game, third possession. Beautiful pass and throw for the first score, but Argonaut's knocking on the door right now as we're changing ends. They are going to have it third and goal from just outside the 2. I'm sure this is 4-down territory for the Mustangs.
Argonaut's pass coverage hasn't been bad, but Colfax has been able to get a yard or two at least behind the defense. They did it on another play, just a missed throw.
Well, we were talking about the 2 running backs who come in here in 2 games with over 550 yards combined, and they have just come out and thrown the football. So Albiani's going to remain in the shotgun. Vieira the lone back. Third and goal, in motion, Ramage. Albiani's going to keep it. He gets across, touchdown.
You know what, Frank? I was just going to say we haven't seen a quarterback with fake dive run it up the middle, and there we did. Albiani takes it in, so it is 6-7, as Frank said, here at Argonaut High School. The Mustangs now will try for the extra point just at the start, the first play of the second quarter. Second quarter sponsored by Jackson Tire. Hey, quick Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware scoring update. Galt 10, Linden 3, Sonora 7, Ripon 0, Amador 31-7 over San Juan. Calaveras last update 28-7 over Modesto Christian.
Elmore lines up for the extra point. Kicks up. Boy, he's got a leg. and it is good, and this game is tied.
Great place by Andrew Hernandez.
So there's a quick score for the Mustangs to start the second quarter. Quick change of possession here brought to us by Melon Faze and the BG Lounge. We remind you guys, it's always the home of the Moo Burger, you know that, but Friday and Saturday nights, they got the best prime rib in town right there at Mel's. They're open late on the weekends till 11. Of course, BG's open till 2.
Albiani's a big guy, and he just punched that right through there. He went in standing up. He's about 6'2".
And Albiani has been on the varsity team since he came up his sophomore year, didn't he, Frank?
Yes, he did.
He did.
Had a couple wasted years, if I recall. Fiddling around at defensive end and tight end. He should have been the quarterback, in my opinion only. Anyway, sorry, folks. I digress. Anyway, 7-7 here, 11:57. First play of the second quarter. Albiani takes it in for a touchdown. Tie this game up at 7.
And Argonaut had an unfortunate turnover. They had a long run down inside the 20. Albiani threw an interception in the end zone. But again, he's shown great poise running the offense, running with the football. And I expect to see him throw the ball some more tonight. And I don't expect to see those interceptions.
Well, I did not see the flag, but obviously there was a flag against Colfax on that extra point. That's going to move the ball up to the 45-yard line, the Colfax 45. And I can almost assure you this kick's going out of the end zone. We saw a touchback on the first kick when he was kicking from his own 40. Now he's kicking from their 45.
I'm wondering what he does.
It might have been roughing the kicker. It was a 15-yard penalty. So here's the kickoff. He knocked that out of the back of the end zone on a line drive.
Looked like it was almost meant to go to the defense, but that kid's got some leg.
Hey, I got to tell you, I like that much more than the pooch kick we saw for so long, letting the other team start on the 40-yard line.
Last season drove me nuts.
I'll give him the 20 rather than the 40. What do you think?
I'll take it all day.
All right, Colfax is going to take it over 1st and 10. First possession here of the second quarter for the Falcons. 1st and 10 for the 20. It's the third drive that they've started from the 20-yard line, mainly because of the leg of Elmore.
Ball placed at the 20-yard line.
We're again in the shotgun. This time it's going to be a handoff coming inside. Hit immediately. That's number 92.
Mason Aaron's the ball.
That's Derek Fleming.
Stopped by Ken Mackey.
Nah, they call him Mackey. I'm calling Fleming.
The play brings up a 2nd down and 10.
No gain.
Albiani came up at his sophomore season. That's right. He went back down. I believe, was it around league time or so?
2nd and 10. No gain on the play. Weir wants to throw. He's looking to the right. No, dropped.
Weir has got an accurate, strong arm, folks. That was out all the way to the sideline, probably about 20 yards deep, but again, all the way to the side of the field, and that was on a line.
That was ramage, I think, on the coverage, but close coverage, but that ball was on the money, and the receiver just couldn't pull it in. So it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Kate Collins on the play for the Mustangs.
And they have been throwing the football.
Brings up a 3rd down.
And Austin Weir's showing he can do it, too.
You can expect another pass here. We're in the shotgun. He drops back. He's in trouble. He throws it away.
That might be grounding. There's nobody over
grounding. I'm not even sure that got to the line of scrimmage. If that ball, even if he's outside of the pocket, there it is. If that ball does not get back to the line of scrimmage, even if the quarterback is out of the pocket, that is intentional grounding. Late flag, it came in. That's loss of down. Back it up. It'll be 4th down, and they're going to have to punt.
That's going to be huge for the Mustang. Going to get better field position most likely here. 4th down and 10. We got 11 minutes and 16 seconds left to go. Second quarter action, 7-7.
I don't know who they think is punting, but standing right back here where they're at, they need to move up about 15 yards.
Andy Lee or something.
Wow, they're still awful deep. Colfax is punting out of their own end zone. The deep man's back inside the 40. That ball ain't going to get close to that.
No way.
They don't even want to touch it. Look at it.
It landed 20 yards in front of where the deep man was set up.
That ball didn't hit further than the 40-yard line of Colfax.
So, hey, Argonaut still starts with great field position. Looks like, Frank, about the 35, right at the 35.
Right at 35.
11 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Again, it is 7-7, Argonaut and Colfax. On a run by Albiani, the score for Colfax, a beautiful throw by the quarterback, Austin Weir, to Nick Van Dorn.
All right, Argonaut, great field position here. All tied up 7 apiece with just over 11 minutes left in the half. Albiani again in the shotgun. Vieira, the lone back behind him. Motion. Comes Mason Flores. He's going deep. He's got a man. Oh, just a little bit long.
And that was a corner by the Mustangs. And Albiani, he did lead it out there, floated it out there real nice for Johnny White. Johnny White had to give everything he had to get to it. But, you know, when it lands, touches both your hands, you
just got it on the fingertips. Nice pass, though, by Albiani.
Yeah, great throw.
Good fake to Vieira in the middle there. Kind of froze the defensive line.
And I'm not going to say a bad drop by White because he had to do a lot just to get to that ball. But it could have been caught, we'll say.
It would have been a great catch.
It would have been.
All right,
7-7, 11 minutes left.
Same setup. Albiani in the back.
There
was all kinds of guys. Johnny White was moving. Vieira was moving. If you notice, Johnny White was going back to the post.
He was, too.
Goes to the post.
And Johnny White was 5 yards out in front of the receiver there. It wasn't a contested throw, that's for sure.
Well, that'll back him up 5 yards back to the 40-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 15 for the Mustangs.
While the Mustangs are huddling up, a quick Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware scoring update. Calaveras 28-7 over Modesto Christian. Amador 38-7 over San Juan. Sonora 21, Ripon 0, Galt 10, Linden 3.
Albiani throws it behind to Vieira, and he gets smashed out of bounds at the 40-yard line for no gain. He threw that ball. That's a good thing that was complete because that would have been a fumble. He threw that ball 3 yards behind where he was after he was 5 yards deep.
And he didn't see the defensive end closing in on that, too. White's lucky he wasn't tackled for a loss of 5 yards or more.
So 3rd and 15 for the Mustangs with great field position, start at the 35. The 5-yard penalty took them back to the 40, and they haven't been able to do anything yet. 3rd and 15 right now. Hernandez out wide to this side. Albiani the shotgun. White goes in motion. He wants to throw. He's looking for Hernandez deep in the corner. Oh! Frank, he's got it.
Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. That's going to have to be our utility telecom
play of the game.
Play and call of the game right there. That was absolutely beautiful throw, catch as
down
he went to the
1
ground.
Yard line.
So he's falling to the ground. Ball comes up, still holds on to it. Mustangs are on the board now.
That pass was well defended also. And it was just a great throw and a catch. Albiani to Andrew Hernandez. 39 yards on the completion. It'll set up a 1st and goal from the 1. Albiani's going to keep it. He's in. No signal yet, but I know he got in. No, they're not calling it. I had my binoculars right on him, and if he didn't gain a yard, I'm a Japanese admiral.
Hey, on that deep throw, guys, that was your utility telecom call of the game, and we kind of got caught up in it right there. We could not tell as he went to the ground if he caught the ball or not. It looked like it came loose, but he did secure it. So we were just wondering, is it complete? What's going on here? But that was the play of the game so far, and that is your utility telecom call.
Well, it was the far end of the field for us, and couldn't quite tell because the pass was contested. 2nd down and goal from the 1. Oh, Albiani fumbled the football. Recovered by Colfax.
So, folks, we thought it was a score. I announced it as a touchdown, but it was at the 1 yard line, so it is 7-7 right now, Mustangs. Then we got a ball where Albiani, excuse me, I forgot the kid's name for a second. Albiani goes up the middle. We thought he scored. They say he was short, and then Albiani fumbles the shotgun
Well,
snap.
you know what happened? Those of you that are watching it streaming online, it was another quarterback keeper. He wanted to go off the right side, and he just started going before he got the football.
I think so.
And he went this way, and he just left the football there. Big turnover there.
So the
Colfax
Mustangs
is going to take it over at the 5-yard line.
Two turnovers inside their own red zone. That one right on the goal line.
That's big. Inside handoff this time, tackled after about a 2-yard gain.
You eliminate some simple mistakes. This should be a 21-7 ball game for the Mustangs. I don't think the coaching staff's going to be too happy going into half unless we see some change here. But Argonaut still winning the battle on the line, it looks like. But hey, gotta.
You know, these were the kind of things that affected them last week. It was either penalties or turnovers that kept stalling drives. They were able to pull that one out, but against a good football team, those are costly. 2nd and 7. Weir's thrown out of his own end zone. He's in trouble. Safety! Sacked for a safety.
And on that play right there, folks, we got
number 57, I'm going to call it right there, David Crowbar Crowhurst sacks Weir for a safety.
Second one was Corey Kling.
So right there, folks, I actually think I may have unplugged my microphone for a second. I was trying to say it was a safety out of the end zone right there by the Mustangs. So it's now 9-7, and the Mustangs will be getting the ball back here.
Wow, how's that for a chain of events? Turn the ball over when you're down to the 1. Second play, safety. And I got to tell you, that's a fearless call. You got the running backs that Colfax has. You're down there tucked into your own, in the shadow of your own end zone, and you go back to pass on a late developing play, and just Crowhurst came charging in from that left side, took him down for the safety. That's the second safety we've seen in 2 weeks.
It is, yeah, it is. I tell you, pretty confident trying to throw out of your own end zone there.
I'm just surprised with the 2 running backs they have and as much success as they had on the ground. They have done nothing but throw the football this half. So Colfax is going to kick off from their 20-yard line after the safety. A free kick. The team can either punt it or kick it away. Their choice. Good kick all the way back to the 25-yard line. I believe that's Hernandez. No, that's Cade Collins. He's still on his feet down across the 50, down to about the 40-yard line. Mustangs are going to have great field position again.
Kick for the Mustangs. Kicked it about the 25, running all the way across midfield, across the 40, down to about the 39.
So what a turn of events there. The Mustangs fumbled down on the goal line, and then they sack Weir in the end zone for the safety. That put it to 9-7. Now after the punt, Mustangs have the ball at about the 39-yard line. 8 minutes left in the half. Second quarter action sponsored by Jackson Tire.
1st and 10. Albiani again in the shotgun. Mikey Vieira behind him. Ramage come. No, that's Mason Flores. Pitch to Vieira trying to get around. There's a flag on the play. Laundry down. He gets drugged down.
There's going to be a second flag for a horse collar, it looks like. Did you see that on the far end?
I didn't see the second flag, but there was one flag right away. I can assure you that's almost holding.
Vieira to the left side, flag on the play.
That flag that comes out that early on that play is almost always a holding call. We'll see what the call is. Here comes the signal. It's going to be a hold. No. Procedure call. Well, that'll be a 5-yard penalty. That'll back them up to the 44-yard line. I did not see that movement. Where I saw the flag was after Vieira had the corner. I thought for sure it was going to be a hold.
So did I.
But they'll move it back 5, and it'll be 1st and 15 from the 44 for the Mustangs. White in the slot on this side. Mason Flores on the left. He's moving. Flores got the ball. He breaks it ahead. He's got 5. He's got 10. He's still on his feet. Finally gets
There's a horse collar. You got to call
There's
that
a
this
flag
time.
there.
It's about time they called
That's a personal
that.
foul right there. He finally gets knocked out of bounds about the 25-yard line. They're going to add 15 to that, and the Mustangs are going to be back in business, knocking on the door again.
That's a horse collar, folks. If you're not familiar with that rule, if you grab the back of the shoulder pads or the jersey up by the neck on the back side of the player, you pull them down that way, the same as a personal foul face mask penalty. So as Frank said, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, which should take the Mustangs up inside the 20.
Yep, horse collar, that's the call. Good shot.
Horse collar against Colfax.
So now the Mustangs are going to have another chance, Frank. Let's see if they can put it in inside the 20. They've turned it over 2 times, once at about the 15-yard line, once at the goal line. But they did get the safety, so they're now at 9-7. They do have the lead, but 2 failed scoring opportunities early. Mustangs eliminate those mistakes. Let's see them put it in here.
Not quite a 15-yard penalty, half the distance to the goal there, as the ball was inside the 30-yard line. So the ball is going to be placed at about the 13, where it will be 1st and 10 from the 13 for the Mustangs.
7 minutes, 30 seconds left.
Albiani yet to go under center. Shotgun the whole time. This time White's trying to get the left. Great block out there on the left side. He's got the end zone. That's a touchdown, Johnny White.
Almost as good as the block, Frank, was his read right there. Johnny went to the exact spot he needed to. Great team ball.
I did not see who made that block, but I'm going to tell you what, it was awesome.
I believe it was number 57, David Crowhurst.
Well, Crowbar, we've called his name before. He pulled out on that sweep, and he absolutely pancaked that defensive back. White cut it up right in behind him. Touchdown, 13 yards, Johnny White.
Kind of looked like a fly type sweep, huh, Jake? So we've got 7 minutes left to go in the first half. It is right now 15-7 before the extra point attempt. We'll take a very quick break. We'll bring it back here. Second quarter action sponsored tonight by Jackson Tire.
God, I would love to have a replay of that, JD. I got to tell you what, I've got my glasses on White. He's getting the corner, and all of a sudden, there was a yellow streak that came over in front of it, just laid out that defensive back. White cut it up right off his backside and just walked into the end zone. What a great play.
Great read by White also.
God, that's fun.
Yeah. 15-7 Mustangs before the attempt here. Looks like they're going to attempt a 2-point conversion.
And you wait till they get in the film room on Sunday and watch that. Whoa.
Yeah, they're going to love it.
I'm going to pull that up on Huddle. I want to see that again.
So we had one of those plays long time ago when Jake was playing
they're
football.
going to go for 2. Here, I guess the card says after the safety, you go for 2. Handoff. I'm looking for a signal. He's close. No, they're saying he didn't get it.
Honestly, Frank, I'm a little surprised. They have an 8-point lead. You kick that, that's a 9-point. It's a 2-possession game, but they wanted to take it to a 10-point. So they were unsuccessful in doing so. It's an 8-point lead, 15-7, 7 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the second period here. That is first half action. Second quarter action brought to us by Jackson Tire. Hey, stay tuned. We'll have your Jackson Rancheria Mark Twain Medical Center halftime report. We'll run down some other scores from Motherlode League action. And also, we will talk about what's coming up, what we expect for the second half. So let's take a very quick break before the kickoff, check in with our sponsor, and bring it right back to Dan Barnett Field.
Talk.
Another great kick right there, back deep to about the 10-yard line. Colfax coming out with it, trying to get around that right side. They've got some room up to just over the 30-yard line. You know, JD, I'm really a little surprised so far at the Colfax offense. They have come out and done nothing but throw the football, and they've got 2 big backs who have just run all over the field in the first 2 games. And for some reason, either something they saw on film, they thought that Argonaut was vulnerable to, or whatever, they have not utilized those 2 backs tonight. Weir has been dropping back almost every time.
I don't know if it's the pass rush they're afraid of the Mustangs, or excuse me, not the pass rush, but the interior line, because they're not running inside, and maybe they don't fear the pass rush.
And Weir's back to pass again. He's going deep, coming this way. That's overthrown.
And that was good coverage right there. The receiver did end up past Hernandez at the end of the play, but that's because Hernandez had kind of led up there as that ball was well overthrown. Much better defense on the deep pass there for the Mustangs.
I just don't understand it. I mean, they're stopping the clock. They're giving the Mustangs extra possession. They got those 2 running backs, and they have just not utilized them at all. They have been throw. And now, when you do that on first down, you just force yourself into doing it again.
Oh,
Second 10. We're in the shotgun. Going to pitch it. Oh, almost a fumble there. Can't get the corner. Drugged down for a loss on the play. Good penetration that time. That looked like Corey Kling that maybe got in from that left side end. Tried to get it to Aarons. And that was a loss on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 12. All right, 3rd and long for Colfax. We're again in the shotgun. Trips out to this side. He wants to come this way. He's looking. He's going to that. Oh, nice defensive play right there. Pass broken up. That's number 21. That's Ramage. Nice job. Colfax is going to have to punt. Nice job by Ramage there. He just did a great job closing on that. Got there right when the ball was there, knocked it incomplete, and Colfax is going to have 4th down and long. They're going to have to punt it back to the Mustangs. So Hernandez is going back deep for the Mustangs. And, JD, they're lining up so far deep, I don't even think they want to return anything. Hernandez is all the way back inside the 25-yard line. Ray Guy couldn't kick it that far. Oh, that's probably why. Good job by Ramage. He wanted to come and get it, then he tried to back away, hit him in the foot, and he was able to fall on it right there and save the turnover. So Mustangs are going to take over 1st and 10 for the 40.
Stopped there by Tyler Austin.
Plenty of time left in the half, 6 minutes left. Colfax has not done themselves any favors. They just keep turning the ball back to the Mustangs. 6 minutes left here in the halftime. And Argonaut's got it 1st and 10 for the 40-yard line.
And they're up 15-7 at this point.
Boy, that defense has to start getting a little tired. They don't have a deep team, and they've been on the field a lot. White in motion. Oh, fumble. Ball's on the ground. White was able to recover it. That ball's down.
Boy, White picked it up right before number 5 of Colfax. That's Hobbs. And a nice job by White to get back a hold of that ball.
You look over on that Colfax sideline. They do not have a lot of players over there. And as much as this defense has been on the team, and they have to have a lot of players playing both ways when you have this, they got to be getting tired. Argonaut gets the ball to start the second half, and I think they're just going to wear them down.
I do too. How many guys with helmets on, Frank? 4? You got the Magic guys there. 4, maybe 5. Oh, there's a few over there. Maybe 7 at the most. 1,
well,
2,
there's
3,
10, but hell, there's 5 of them so far away from any coach, I don't think they got a chance of playing.
They don't even want to play. Hopefully coach doesn't see me over here.
Albiani wants to throw. Looking to this side. Incomplete.
Just a little underthrow over there to Hernandez. 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter, first half, 15-7 Argonaut Mustangs.
See, now, right now, with the way this has gone, as many possessions as Argonaut's had, I'd start pounding the football.
I would too.
Like I just said, they're not a deep team. These guys have been on the field a lot. I would start pounding, keep the clock moving, wear them out. And that play there that gives them nothing but a rest.
Exactly, you're correct. This clock stops. And we've got a timeout. Argonaut calls a timeout. Ricky Davis is going to go talk it over with the offense. So real quick scoring update brought to you by Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware. The last update we received from Calaveras Modesto Christian, I imagine it's a lot greater difference. Do you have an update yet, Jake, from the Calaveras game? Okay, well, still a 21-point lead at our last check. Calaveras 28-7 over Modesto Christian in the first half.
Well, and I was saying earlier, I got the confused with Central, and I saw they were 0-2. somebody told me just a couple days ago that they are in that school is in real trouble. Their enrollment's way down.
Modesto Christian.
And it almost might close.
Oh, really?
I just heard that 2 days ago.
See, Modesto Christian was always the team we looked forward to on the schedule back when I played, late 90s. And then all of a sudden, the next season, okay, Modesto Christian, they're great. They're ranked in the state for the division and this and that. And then they've always had a strong...
You remember who was there?
Bubba Paris's kid, right?
Isaiah Burse.
Okay.
Left there, went to Fresno State. He is now playing, I believe, with the New Orleans Saints.
Well,
he was with the Saints last year. I'm not sure. I mean, I want to tell you what. I've never seen a high school football player that fast. Albiani wants to go deep. What was Hernandez doing?
Hernandez lost track of the ball in the lights. I don't know what he did. He just stopped going towards the ball, Frank. Like he thought there was a penalty, a whistle. I don't understand what that was, but that was a beautiful throw by Albiani.
Well, look at Hernandez. He's got his hands. He doesn't know what's going on. Now, when you come out of a timeout and your players are confused, that's a bad timeout.
Definitely.
3rd and 10 for the Mustangs. Boy, they are giving Colfax some breaks here. Albiani, quick kick on 3rd down. It's going to go nowhere. That's an interesting call.
It was about 4th and 11. They didn't change it on.
Over
here on the side, folks, they forgot to flip the number on the sideline, and we usually go by that rather than the scoreboard because that's supposed to be official. But
I looked at the down marker and it said 3rd down.
Yeah. 42-yard line, where we first down for Colfax.
That wasn't a net 12-yard gain.
They got to stick Albiani back a little bit farther and just kick that ball. You're not fooling anybody, and it doesn't matter if you fool them or not when you kick it 10, 15 yards.
All right, so Colfax is going to take over with their best field position of the night, the 43-yard line, their own 43. We're in the shotgun. He wants to throw again, the slant route. Complete, and he gets by. There's nobody going to get him. Oh, no.
That was Hernandez, I believe, number 22, Frank.
Hernandez ran him down. It was just a slant, and there was nobody there. It was the Gruden, and he just broke it. Hernandez caught him by the ankles down to the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 of the 15.
4 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the first half. Colfax up to the line quick.
They had the slot and the wide guy both ran a slant. Inside handoff that time, gained about maybe one on the play.
The slant was beautiful too, as the receiver split the two defenders perfectly and just head straight upfield.
I think because they had two, the receiver and the slot, both running the slant. One was underneath, one was long. It crossed up the DBs.
Yeah.
He came underneath. Hernandez did a hell of a job turning around and catching him because he had nothing but green grass ahead of him, and he got him by the ankles, just keep him from scoring. It looked like an easy touchdown. Well, they're going to give him 2 on the play. We're going to call it 2nd and 8. We're again on the shotgun. He wants to pass. He's looking. Overthrown. Just a bad pass by Weir that time. He had a receiver open at about 3-yard line.
Tell you what, we said he's got a strong arm. He definitely loads up to throw that ball.
Boy, and he hits that back foot and he lets it go, doesn't he?
He sure does. So real quick, wrap up my scoring update. We've got Amador at 38-7 over San Juan. Sonora 21-0 over Ripon. Galt 10-3 over Linden. Jake will update us if he has anything new.
All right, I hope you guys can't hear that because I got nothing but buzzing in my ears. All right, 3rd down. Weir back to pass. Overthrown that time, incomplete. Just a little curl route right there, and it'll be 4th down.
I can control it by holding these on there.
Colfax has a good kicker, so we're going to see if they're going to attempt if they're going to attempt a field goal here. It looks like that's what they're going to line up for. All right, looks like they're going to try to kick a field goal. Ball's going to be placed right at the 20-yard line, so it'll be a 30-yard attempt.
Aaron O'Keefe lining up for a field goal attempt from the 20-yard line.
Good snap, hold, the kick's up. And it's good. 30-yarder.
Beautiful kick by Colfax. So it's 15-10 now. Argonaut will get the ball back here as Colfax will be kicking the ball off. 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Quick wrap up to the scoring update. Galt 10, Linden 3, Sonora 21, Ripon 0, Amador 38, San Juan 7, Calaveras 28, Modesto Christian 7. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor. And we're back here at Dan Barnett Field, Argonaut High School, the home of the Mustangs, as the Mustangs are taking on Colfax, the Colfax Falcons. It is 15-10 with 3 minutes and 54 seconds left.
Good kick. Fielded about the 8-yard line, trying to come this side. Oh, nice coverage right there. Tackled at about the 22-yard line. That was Hernandez on the return.
You know what, Frank, I'm really surprised, unless everyone's not in the stands. Well, not a lot of people here at Argonaut High School for the...
Yeah, first game.
Yeah, I'm really surprised.
Looks like they're going to put it at the 23, so they're going to start at the 23-yard line. This possession, 1st and 10, just 3:47 left in the first half. All of a sudden, all the passing in the second quarter, those incompletions start stopping that clock. Things have slowed down considerably. White goes in motion, second man through, coming this way. Tries a straight arm. Nice job on the defense there. That was Mason Flores. Gets knocked out of bounds. Gain.
Yeah, Garen O'Keefe on the defense. He wasn't having none of that straight arm.
Gain of maybe 4 on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 6.
Ball's out to the 27-yard line.
As I said earlier, it's interesting when you're the Falcons and you model your uniforms after the Philadelphia Eagles. I guess they figure it's a bird. They have wings also, so what the heck.
Well, they could have gone Atlanta, I guess.
Yeah, I would have. We got 3:30 left to go in the first half. 15-10. Argonaut second down for the Mustangs, 25-yard line.
White goes in motion. They give to him. Trying to push the pile. He falls over the 30-yard line. Going to be short of the first down. Set up a 3rd down and call it 3.
You know what, though, Frank? As you were saying, they don't have a lot of guys on that sideline. And this is what Argonaut needs to do here is just wear down this Colfax team. The pass game, you know, it's working, it's open. But you keep grinding on this team like they've always done. And let's see what happens late 3rd quarter, 4th quarter. Colfax is not going to be able to hang with the Mustangs.
And they need a first down right here, and they can pretty much run this half off. They get possession in the second half to open it up, and I just think they want to ground and pound right now.
I think so. No turnovers.
3rd down. Need to complete this. Johnny White in motion. Albiani's going to... Oh, great penetration. He gets knocked down for a loss. Number 19 just shot through the line. That's Anthony Griggs. And Albiani gets knocked for a loss, 4th down, and now they're going to have to punt.
And what Argonaut's doing here, they put both wings went. One went motion, the second followed. They went up the hole to lead block for the quarterback. Quarterback follows. But when the line's getting pushed back, those two guys can't make it up the hole, and Albiani got taken back in the backfield. There was no hole. Everything got pushed back on him. So, yeah, you can take those guys up the hole. Lead blockers are nice. But if your linemen are getting pushed in, it's just going to cluster it up even more. So we got a 15-10 score, 2 minutes left, 4th down for the Mustangs.
Well, they're still not going to drop him back very deep, and I'm not quite sure why. Colfax has a man back this time. Oh!
And that's what happens right there. He got hit as he was kicking it.
I don't think he touched the football. That's got to be roughing the kicker. If he did not get a piece of that football, that's got to be roughing. Now, I don't know how he got in there so quick. He had to be uncovered coming from this left side.
And again, he's punting from about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage from the traditional shotgun set that he's running. And he tries to run over here to the right. He just doesn't have enough time to come up and kick the ball to the line of scrimmage unless you've got good blocking there. One guy gets through, and
that ball didn't go 5 yards. They didn't get 5 yet net yards. Colfax is taking the ball over on Argonaut's 38-yard line.
Basically, Albiani kicked it sideways out of bounds towards us.
Wow, what a big turn of events. This time they're going to run, coming around this left side. Gain of about 4 on the play, knocked down at about the 35-yard line.
and I don't like to question too much because I'm up here, not
down
down there.
That's what we're supposed to do. We're announcers.
You know what? And I'm not coaching for a reason. Ricky Davis, obviously, they got a great coaching staff. You've seen what they've been able to do. You've seen the difference with this coaching staff coming back. But the one thing I'm questioning very hard here, I don't know what the idea here is with 2 minutes left. You're not fooling anyone. They know you're going to punt. You've done this multiple times. It's failed every time. I don't know why they're punting this way.
We're back to pass. He's going deep. He's got a man. Touchdown, Colfax.
And that's what happens, folks. Touchdown, Colfax. It's now going to be 16-15 before the extra point attempt. So Argonaut gives the ball back inside the 50.
Van Dorn again.
35-yard completion for the touchdown.
35 yards. Weird of Van Dorn. They hooked up for 45 yards earlier in the first quarter, and just like that.
You know, I think Argonaut's theory with that is if we do this every single time all season, later on no one's going to know what we're doing. The fake punt will be there. But you know what? I'll take field position in the other games to set up a fake punt later. You got to have the field position, folks, and you see what's happened to the Argonaut Mustangs here early on in the game.
Well, you look at the half, and I mean, Argonaut has really controlled this game, but a couple little things and they're behind.
Yep. They're behind 2 touchdowns, 2 turnovers, one at the goal line, one at about the 15-yard line or so. So 2 inside the 20. You had the other fumble, though, down at the goal line. That was huge. That you just can't have that happen. Understand, hey, you throw an interception, but fumbling at the goal line, that's just mental mistake there. 15-16, Argonaut now trails. We're waiting on the PAT attempt. We've got a timeout on the field, but I don't think we have enough time to take a break, so we're going to keep it right here. Today's second quarter action brought to us by Jackson Tire. Frank and I will have your halftime show brought to us by the Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort and Mark Twain Medical Center. What we'll do is after the whistle here, we'll take a very quick break. You'll hear some spots, and then Frank and I will bring it back here, and we'll wrap up your halftime.
You know, you look at the body language all of a sudden on the Argonaut. Those kind of things, just like it's just like a gut punch.
Oh,
it
yeah.
just takes the wind out of your sails. You're playing well, you're cruising along, and boom. Man, they're going to go for 2. Weir wants to throw. There's a flag on the play. Throws over the middle.
That would have been a great catch.
Incomplete. We'll see what the flag is.
Just kind of a in pattern on that play.
Well, we've got penalties on the play.
I'm telling you what. It's a procedure call against Colfax going to be declined, and so the point after is going to be no good. So Colfax is going to kick off with 57 seconds left here in the first half.
Big number 54 for the Mustangs, Cody Conrad, limping off the field. Hopefully that's not a significant injury, but he is limping off on his own power.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what coach adjusts for what at halftime.
I adjust where I punt from.
16-15 game, and obviously Colfax is going to continue to throw the football. They have no inclination to run it tonight.
And this change of possession brought to you by Melon Faze and the BG Lounge. Melon Faze, the home of the Moo Burger, prime rib every Friday and Saturday night. Hey, they're open late on the weekends till 11 later if you're there and they decide they want to feed you, they'll do it. And also, BG Lounge is open late. So, you don't have anything to do this weekend? Hit BG's.
All right, let's see. We've got Ramage, Hernandez, and Cade Collins back deep for the Mustangs. And it's a deep kick. It's going to go to the middle. I think that's Ramage. Takes it at the 10-yard line. The 20, 25, to the 30. He cuts it outside. Gets across the 40. Tackled. Finally brought down at about the 43-yard line, where the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 with 49 seconds left here in the half.
And that was Trevor Ramage bringing the kick back there, as you hear the stadium announcer right next to us. 49 seconds left. I assume Argonaut's going to run the clock out, but we'll see if they attempt to put it through the air.
41 is where they're going to spot it, so it's 1st and 10 from there.
Mustangs trail 16-15, just under 50. 49 seconds left to go in the first half. Both teams with 1 timeout left. Maybe Argonaut airs it out. gives it a shot. We'll see.
I think I would be pretty happy taking this to halftime after what just transpired.
Tell you turn over, especially a pick six right here, that's going to deflate your team.
Well, there's 2 men in motion. That's going to be 5-yard pin. Oh, no, timeout.
Timeout to Mustangs. That's their last charge timeout.
So 49 seconds, got a timeout here. Let's take a quick break. We'll check in with our sponsor, Jackson Tire. We'll bring it right back here to Dan Barnett Field. It is 15-16 Colfax over the Mustangs.
All right, we're back. Argonaut just called a timeout. There's 49 seconds left, 16-15 ball game. Argonaut trails by 1, a half that they've pretty much dominated, but one of those games they find themselves down on the scoreboard by 1 point. They will be receiving the second half kick.
And Colfax JV team won tonight 28-14.
All right, now we're ready to go. 1st and 10. Ball's at the 41-yard line. See what the Mustangs are going to try to do here. Albiani in the shotgun. Johnny White in motion. Albiani wants to throw. He's in trouble. He's rolling to his right. He's still rolling. Throws it out of bounds.
And just throws it away. No deal. He said no deal on that one. Just throws it out.
And you can do that, as we talked about earlier. If you're out of the pocket, you can throw it away as long as the ball gets to the line of scrimmage. And it easily got past the line of scrimmage. He threw it, 3 rows deep. Doesn't matter. If you're out of the pocket, you can do that, but it has to get to the line of scrimmage. And that's why we saw the intentional grounding on Colfax earlier. He was trying to avoid the sack. Ball did not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs here. And I'm not too sure you just don't hunker down and let some clock run now.
Yeah.
They've got 1 timeout left. Albiani's going to keep it. Moves it forward maybe a yard. I doubt that Colfax is going to call a timeout. His clock's ticking now, 32 seconds. Now they can just kneel down and run this thing out.
And a keeper goes over the left-hand side.
Quick scoring update brought to you by Calaveras Lumber and Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware. Galt 24, Linden 16, Sonora 55, Ripon 7. Modesto Christian making a little bit of a game of it here. Calaveras 35, Modesto Christian 21. No update from Amador since the last 45-7. Amador is Keeter's having one heck of a game, I understand.
Well, that's going to do it for half.
So they kneel down and half's over. All right, first half brought to us by Central State Credit Union, also Jackson Tire. Our pregame show is sponsored today by Camps Propane. Our scoring updates sponsored by Calaveras Lumber, Ace Hardware. And we'll take a quick break here. Frank and I will go get something to drink. I think they got some water for us, the quarterback club said, so we're going to go get something over there. We'll be back just in a couple minutes, so we'll check in with our sponsors, and then we'll have your full halftime show brought to you by the Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort and Mark Twain Medical Center. And again, I got to give a shout out. Our change of possessions brought to us by Melon Faze and the BG Lounge. They got some deals, guys, down there at Melon Faze. And if you can't eat at home, it's like homemade right there at Melon Faze. All right, 11:16 left to go here. So we'll get these commercials in, and then we'll come back with your halftime show from Dan Barnett Field. Dan Barnett Field, the home of the Mustangs. The Mustangs are hosting Colfax Falcons tonight. And Frank, it's a 16-15 ball game here. Argonaut is trailing, but if you didn't see the scoreboard and you just saw the plays, outside the scoring plays, you would probably think Argonaut was winning this ball game.
Well, there's no doubt about that. I thought Argonaut really controlled this game. They got hit by a couple big plays. The first touchdown for Colfax was a 45-yard touchdown pass from Weir to Van Dorn. And the second touchdown was a 35-yard touchdown pass to Weir to Van Dorn.
Again.
And that was after Argonaut really kind of shot themselves in the foot. They had great field position the whole half. They fumbled down and they're inside the 5-yard line. They almost fumbled again, but they recovered. Then they got the safety.
The interception down inside the 20.
they really controlled it, and all of a sudden, boom, one play like that, and they're down by one. I know they have to be disappointed. However, there are a lot of things they should be happy about.
Yes.
A little bit surprised that Colfax didn't want to run the football. They came out from the beginning of the game and obviously said, we're going to throw the football, and that's what they did, especially with the two backs that they have. And, you know,
Argonaut, you said coming into this game, they had two players over 500 yards on the ground in 2 ball games.
550 yards between these two running backs in 2 games and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, I thought we'd see some running of the football.
I don't think there was a total of 6 rushing carries between the 2 of them the whole half.
Yeah, it didn't look like it. It was a lot of throws.
So interesting, you know, what these coaches see on film and how they game plan and come out. You know, I thought Argonaut played well. Given some exceptions.
You know what? And the one thing that was disappointing, Argonaut was ahead 15-10. They're down here about where were they? Maybe the 30, 35-yard line. Not a lot of time left to go in the second half. And they've been punting the ball out of their formation. They're running a shotgun. So imagine watching Tom Brady on the Patriots in the shotgun formation, not scooting back at all, taking it right there and punting it. He doesn't have the depth. He doesn't have the room to come to the line. And on the last one, he tried to run sideways. He kicks it directly sideways out of bounds towards us.
Well, he's lucky it didn't get blocked.
Exactly.
I mean, the kid came in from the left. There was nobody there. When you're in the shotgun, they don't have a back protecting you in the back. This kid shot it out the left side. Hammered Albiani. He just got the ball away. It went maybe a net 8 yards.
Yeah, and I think the reason we didn't see a lot of people in the crowd, we want to see a flag roughing the kicker. Well, the guy had his arms on Albiani before Albiani made the motion that he was even going to kick the ball. So when you're running out of a regular formation, it appears he's actually running the ball. Guy gets his hands on him, and then he decides to kick. That is almost like, I'm getting tackled, now I'm going to kick the ball.
You know, well,
it wasn't a penalty based on that.
That's a good call. It was almost one of those rugby-style punts.
Perfect way of explaining it.
When you see him do that a lot, the punter will take it, and they'll start moving to one side or the other and then kick it. Well, once you do that, you become a ball carrier.
Yes, he made that move.
So then, now you can be tackled without a roughie the kicker call, without having to hit the ball. And that's what happened right there.
Good explanation. So we've got still about 6 minutes left to go here at halftime. Your halftime show brought to you by the Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort, also by Mark Twain Medical Center. Some quick scoring updates from around the league. We've got Calaveras and Modesto Christian. Modesto Christian making somewhat of a ball game out of this now, 35-21, but still a 2-touchdown lead for Calaveras.
Well, I'll tell you what, it looked like Calaveras was going to blow them away, and all of a sudden for them to be down by 2 touchdowns, that's a big improvement for what Modesto Christian was.
Definitely, and you said the program's down. They don't even know if they're going to have a program going forward.
I'm told they've got like 18 kids on the team.
And also Amador. Amador's looking, the competition, it's not quite what Sonora's seen or even Calaveras right yet, but Amador is looking like an offensive juggernaut. 59 points last week, already 45 points in this ball game tonight. We haven't had an update in probably about 15-20 minutes. That could even be more for Amador. San Juan's only got 7, so Amador in the 40s again, working on getting back up into the 50s.
Explosive.
2 weeks in a row.
They just have explosive speed. They can score in a hurry. And as we talked about last week, Burns has really done a nice job taking over the reins there. He was our player of the game last week, and they just continue to roll.
Burns impressed me.
Yep.
You know, if you don't turn the ball over, a high school quarterback doesn't have to go 20 for 25 or 400 yards. If you can control the offense and not turn the ball over, you're doing all right. He made some good throws.
Make good decisions, keep the chains moving.
Kid did great. Yep. So Anthony Burns, big shout out to him. Now Sonora, the studs of the league, so far 51-0. Jake, is that correct? Check on that score for me, man. Is it really 51-0?
And Ripon is no joke.
They're not. They're not.
They're always got a pretty good football team, and for them to be rolling
50
to that score, so they're in a running clock. I mean, wow.
So 51-0 in that ball game, and Sonora scaring some of us. Galt 24-16 at last check over Linden.
I just feel sorry for Linden. I thought if they had a chance to win a game all year long, it would be against Galt.
I thought so too.
Wow.
Our own Mike Messerall's there, and Mike's sending us some updates. So we will have updates on that Linden and Galt game as well. Okay, so the second half, Frank, what do you expect? What are you looking for?
Well, I think it's going to be all about what adjustments the coaches make. I really would like to see Argonaut change it up a little bit. And like we said, Colfax defense was on the field a lot in that first half. They don't have a lot of position players on the bench. I think I might try to run the football a little bit more.
If I'm Argonaut, I think the same thing.
Eat some clock up and just start pounding it down a little bit, because you're feeding back in. You know Colfax wants to throw the ball. They're going to keep going. Eliminate the number of possessions you're going to give them in the second half. Control the clock. When you've got an opportunity, it's all about down distance and clock management at this time, and that's what I want to see Argonaut do.
One reason I like doing this with you is I agree with you on most things. I agree completely. Now, and I like you. If I didn't agree, I'd still like being here with you. But there's 10 guys you said probably about on their sideline, and it looks like maybe 4 or 5 of those guys have never got their jersey dirty.
Yes.
Probably even in practice. And so I agree with you. Wear them down, control the line of scrimmage, control the clock. Don't give that offense that has shown they can score quick on you the chance to do so. And so hopefully that's what Argonaut does. We'll see what they've got here in the second half as the Argonaut Mustangs are hosting the Colfax Falcons, trailing 15-16. Jim, we'll send it back to you at the studios. We'll check in with our sponsor. Then we'll bring it right back here. Third quarter action will be brought to us tonight by the Glass Doctor. Back here at Argonaut High School. Halftime almost over with here. We see Colfax coming back out to the field. The Argonaut Mustangs still are not down here. So we will give you a quick scoring update from around the league. Your scoring updates tonight brought to us by Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware. Galt at last update 24-16 over Linden. Sonora pounding, ripping, always a strong team. 51-0. Excuse me, 55-0 is the score there now. That game, Sonora and Ripon. Amador San Juan, Amador up 45-7, last update in that ball game. And then Calaveras 35, Modesto Christian 21. That is the latest update from that ball game. And Jake's just given me one now as well. Somerville is trailing. They've got a deficit of 35-7 against Bradshaw Christian. That's heading into the fourth quarter. So Linden and Somerville are trailing. Sonora, Amador, Calaveras in the driver's seat in their ball games. Now Argonaut here should be leading, in both mine and Frank's opinion, the stronger team so far, but that's not what the scoreboard's showing, folks. A few mental mistakes, also physical. Interception, fumble, just some simple mistakes. We expect to see Argonaut kind of shore those up this half and play some clean football. They should go away with the victory, but the second half will tell. It's 15-16 here, Argonaut and Colfax. Your halftime show is brought to us today by the Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort and Mark Twain Medical Center. Today's third quarter action will be brought to us by the Glass Doctor. Big shout out to Mark and the Glass Doctor. They've been on board with us for a while, and Mark always supporting the community, so thanks for your support here with high school football action. Again, 16-15, Argonaut trails. Just about a minute left here, Frank, as they count down the clock. The Mustangs are now on the field, and you know what? A little bit of a different story when you see these guys come out. We said Colfax should be tired. Don't know that that's the case, or they're just a little more relaxed coming out. But Colfax very slow, kind of stretching. Argonaut bouncing around. Every guy's jumping over here. They're stretching out. They look like the livelier team on the sideline. Doesn't really mean anything going in.
Colfax doesn't have a lot of guys. They're trying to
you got to conserve it.
Conserve that energy. But you know what? The one thing that I got to say that here we are in our third week. This Mother Lode League is loaded.
They are.
There's some good teams in this league this year. I mean, it looks like there were, four of the teams from the Mother Lode League came in at 2-0. And only one team hasn't won yet, and that's Linden. And that's kind of expected. Even Bret Hart last week had a good showing in their first game.
Yes.
And boy, we're in for some good league football this year. We're getting ready to start that in 2 weeks. We're going to be over back at Union Mine next week for the Calaveras. First time we'll get a up-front and personal look at
the video
Calaveras.
I've seen is impressive.
And I got to tell you, that game, we're going to have to make stuff up in that game because Calaveras, I think, is going to romp.
Be like when the Giants are playing and Kruk and Kuiper crossing guys out and the Dodger fans in the stands. I know, we're going to have to find something to do. Maybe Jake will sing some songs for us.
Well, we could go back and sing Mr. Frederick's song like we did last week, right?
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Jim, I got back to the studio, and Jim said, I don't know how Frank remembered that song. His kids must have run around singing that around the house. What, do you have 4 kids go through Jackson Elementary?
Yeah.
So you heard it a few times.
Yes, I did.
All right, second half about to get underway. Sponsored today by the Glass Doctor. Mustangs will get the ball here. Change of possession brought to you by Melon Face.
All right, here's the kick. It's going to go back to the center man. That's Ramage. He takes it to the 25, to the 30. He get outside, and he's got a lot of room. 41 man to beat. The 50. He cuts it outside, still on his feet. Finally gets knocked down. Great return by Ramage. All the way across the 45-yard line. Great field position to start this second half for the Mustangs.
Ramage did a nice job cutting back up inside one defender and then just couldn't get away. It was close, though. So great field position to start the second half for the Mustangs.
About the 43, where it'll be first down, Mustangs.
So you got to get used to this. I'm a 49er fan, so I don't know how many times I'm going to see my team on the other side of the 50. And so, you know, I guess the Mustangs would be like my high school team. So this is exciting, guys.
All right, looks like they're going to start from the 44-yard line. First possession here of the second half for the Mustangs. First and 10, Albiani again, like we've seen all night, in the shotgun. Vieira, the lone back. Johnny White comes into motion. He got it. He breaks a tackle, tripped up. Gain of a couple down to about the 42-yard line. I think gain of 2. Excuse me, that was Flores.
Number 56.
You know, we don't have stats on Albiani, Frank. Do you know how tall Albiani is?
I think he's 6'2". He's probably about maybe 210.
Jake said 6'4". He looks.
No, he's not 6'4".
He's taller than me.
He is not 6'4".
Okay, so
Ryan Albiani's not 6'4".
Somewhere around 6'2", maybe 6'3", but not 6'1". Nice.
Fumbled.
Reverse.
He picked it back up. That was Flores. They tried to do. They gave it to White, and he gave it back on the reverse. That was to.
Reverse back to Mason Flores.
That was to Flores. Flores fumbled it. He put it on the ground. It bounced right up in his arms. Very lucky break there for Argonaut. Picked up a couple on the play.
Ball be placed down at the 37-yard line.
It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5.
Wow. They almost turned it over right there on that reverse.
That was a perfect bounce, though.
Oh,
right back up into his
right
hands.
back to him. He didn't even break stride.
No.
3rd and 5 for the Mustangs. Albiani again on the shotgun. Give it this time, Johnny White. Great penetration by the defense. Brought down for a loss on the play. That's number 19 for Colfax.
And that's Anthony Griggs.
We've called his name before. Now it's going to be 4th and long.
Stopped by Anthony Griggs.
Ball's all the way back to the 45-yard line.
45-yard line.
So it'll be 4th and 12.
But you know what? Argonaut is keeping the ball on the ground here, trying to control the clock a little bit more and hopefully wear down that Colfax defense. 15-16, they trail with 9:50 left in the third quarter.
Well, Albiani in that short drop again. Going to punt the ball away at 4th and 12. But the run in motion coming this side. He kicks it high. They're going to let it bounce. It bounces back this way. Good roll for Colfax. Downed on about the 25-yard line.
Looks like they dropped Albiani maybe a yard or two deeper. They pulled the fullback. The fullback had been behind him, as they do in their regular offensive set. They put the fullback up close to the line of scrimmage to hopefully keep that penetration out. And Albiani, just that extra yard or two, he got a nice kick there. He's got a leg, but he's got to be able to extend it
43-yard line where it'll be first.
to kick the ball. So a lot better.
They're going to put it at
Albiani.
the 24, so Colfax will take over 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. We're in the shotgun, straight ahead handoff that time, brought down right away, maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Tell you what, number 51, Patrick McCarthy, great penetration there, nice tackle in the backfield. Or just up, sorry.
So we'll see maybe if Colfax is going to revert back to that running game. Maybe that's what they do. We haven't seen. We just seen the stats. And so we'll see if that's going to be a common theme here in the second half. Is a 2nd and 9. 2 backs behind Weir this time. Another handoff this time, trying to get around the left side. Picked up a couple on the play.
Not much there. The yards he got were second effort.
Mark Avila, the ball carrier.
Argonauts' run defense pretty strong here to start the second half.
Looks like number 82 was the first man there, Corey Kling.
And
third down and 4.
We've got 8.5 minutes left now here in the third. Still 16-15 Colfax.
4.
Totally different formations this half that Colfax is running. This time Weir's going to throw. He tries to throw the slant. Oh, and they missed him on the defender tried to come in and knock the ball away. He missed him. It was complete down to about the 43-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 for Colfax.
Number 20.
Andrew Hernandez a little soft in coverage on that one there.
43-yard line where it'll be first down Falcons.
So 1st down and 10 for Colfax. The 43-yard line. Back to that shotgun single running back behind Weir. Straight ahead handoff. Trying to bounce it outside. A spin move. Finally gets brought down after a gain of about 3 on the play.
Mark Avila there for Colfax.
Well, those were the guys we expected to see, and they just didn't get the ball much in the first half, and maybe that's how they like to do it. Throw in the first, run in the second. Ball's up to the 48-yard line. Be 2nd down and 5.
Hard runner broke 2 tackles on that play. The previous play, broken tackle.
Same formation. Avila lone back. Weir fakes a handoff, throws a nice little quick hitter to number 20. That's going to be a 1st down as they cross over midfield and up across the 45-yard line. They're into Argonaut territory. Going to mark it at the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Colfax. They're quickly out of the huddle, back to the line of scrimmage. And all of a sudden they want to speed up. Straight ahead handoff this time, brought down a short gain, maybe 1.
And what's going on here? Looks like we've got a man down.
He's getting up, but he's a little bit slow. That's Aaron's.
Mason Aaron's the ball
number 29.
Colfax almost looks like a pistol here in the second half.
Inside the 45-yard line, down to about the 43.
6 minutes and 50 seconds. Clock's running down. 16-15 Colfax. They've got the ball 2nd down, but they are inside Mustang territory, about the 43-yard line.
2nd down and about 8.
This time Weir wants to throw under pressure, throws it away.
And that time he threw it close to a receiver, so they're not going to get a call on that one.
A lot of pressure put on.
But nice pressure by the Mustangs.
That was Kling that came in from that left side.
Corey Kling.
You know, we talked about Colfax expecting them to come out tired, and they don't look it.
They sure don't.
Very lively.
Matter of fact, they look like they're trying to pick the tempo up.
Yeah, they do.
So incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down and 9. We're in the shotgun. 1 back behind him. Trip set here to the left. Whistle.
Trips 3 receivers for most of our listeners. If you're listening to high school football on Friday night, you most likely know what Trips is, but if you don't, it's 3.
All right, here we go. 3rd down. Weir, he's looking to the left. He wants to throw. Incomplete.
Good defense by the Mustangs. That was number 22, Hernandez. Good tight coverage on that play.
So 4th down for Colfax. They're going to punt.
That goes incomplete.
I would think that they're going to punt on a 4th and 9.
4th down. It is 4th and long.
Ball sits at the 44-yard line. See, now at this point, I play field position if I'm Colfax.
Yeah, make Argonaut show you they can do something.
Make them go the length of the field.
Yep.
But
I guess they figure it's good enough position for him.
Well, it looks like they're going to go for it. They are. Where's hit?
And he is lit up, Frank. That just fired up the Argonaut sideline and crowd, and I'll tell you what, fired me up a little bit too.
Derek Fleming came in from the blind side and just put a hit on the backside of Weir.
Oh, my back hurts watching it, Frank.
Well, so they'll turn it over on downs where Argonaut will take it over on the 50-yard line.
And that change of possession brought to you by Melon Faze and the BG Lounge, home of the Mooburger. Prime rib Friday and Saturday nights. Hey, if they got any left, get on down and get it, folks. They do run out from time to time. BG Lounge, it's open late. Come hang out with us after the game.
Derek Fleming, the red-headed flash, just came charging in from the right side.
Look like Bruce Smith or something, man. Just beautiful finish.
Albiani's got it. He's coming this way. Looks like he wants to pitch. Pitches it back. Gets across the 45, knocked out of bounds at about the 40. Let's see where they spot it. I'm going to call it the 43.
You know what,
pick
Frank?
up on the play. You know, they hadn't run that play. They ran it a couple times early in the first half. That's the last time we saw it until just now. Albiani did a good job.
Hey, he did an amazing job on an option. A lot of times you'll see an option quarterback come out kind of slow, trying to read the defense. He saw the edge was open. He sprinted out there running hard, and then the defender came up, past the line of scrimmage, makes a beautiful pitch at top speed, hard to do. Really a nice play by Albiani.
So 2nd down and 3, a pickup of 7 on the play. Albiani wants to throw. He
Quick
looks over the
pass.
middle. He's got him open. Complete.
Looks like Johnny.
That's a Johnny White down to the 25-yard line.
The number 33, Johnny White.
What's referred to almost a pop pass. He gets the ball, takes one step back, stands tall. Guy releases straight up the field. As soon as he's behind the second level, just a quick throw. And threw it low like he should have. Keep it away from the defense. Johnny White made a nice play, so the chains move for the Mustangs.
Well, he wanted to throw it a little bit earlier, and he had to pull it back down and wait for White to clear that linebacker. Nice pass and catch by White. They spot at the 27. I think that was a bad spot. But anyway, it's 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
And it's actually a hard play to read. It is a difficult throw. Looks easy.
White in motion. That time gives him. He cuts it up inside. Pretty good job on White on the play, reading that hole.
Hey, Fleming's sack might have been the momentum changer in this game. This offense came out fired up.
That was a big hit.
Forward progress to the 20-yard line.
Well, they got it down to the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Nice pickup there. White did a good job reading that hole and cutting it up inside for a gain of 7 on the play. 2nd and 3 for the Mustangs.
We haven't seen Mikey Vieira since that long run in the first half.
Well, he's the back behind Albiani. White goes in motion. Counter coming back through. That's number 21, Ramage. Gets across the 20-yard line, but not much more. He's going to be short of the 1st down.
Yeah, Vieira's the fullback, and with a lot of this inside stuff going on, inside handoff, he's almost just kind of a wasted player there. He just kind of stands back.
Mason Flores, the ball carrier.
Oh, I thought that was Ramage. It was Flores.
22, Mark Avila.
Hey, folks, be patient with us. As we said, these numbers very difficult to pick up, especially under the lights. Makes it very hard to see these numbers tonight. Ramage and Hernandez about the same size, one number different. Real hard
all
to
of
tell
them
the
are
difference.
just one number different, so it's 3rd down and 2. This time coming around this side. This one is to Ramage. He gets across the 20, spins. I think he's got the 1st down. See where they spot it. It's going to be close. No, that's the 1st down.
Stopped by Mason Aaron.
Going to spot it just this side of the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Just call it the 16.
3 minutes and 36, 3:30 and counting. 15-16, the Mustangs trail, but they are knocking ball in the 16-yard line. It is 1st down for the Mustangs.
Nice hard run by that time by Ramage to get the 1st down. 1st and 10. Albiani gave it inside to that time. It looks like to Johnny White. He went all the way forward to about the 10-yard line. Griggs on the tackle, but after a gain of 6, it'll be 2nd and 4.
And we're looking forward to some scoring updates. Jim is going to send those to us shortly, so we'll bring you your Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware scoring update.
No mistakes. No mistakes. All right, 2nd and 4 for the Mustangs. Ball sitting on the 10-yard line. Albiani again in the shotgun. In motion, inside handoff. Touchdown, Ramage.
almost untouched into the end zone. Nice job by the Mustangs. That's going to take it to 21-16 Mustangs over the Falcons. Before the PAT attempt, it looks like they're bringing the kicking team on. So they're going to try to put this to a 6-point lead. Going for 2 would take it to 7, but they're going to try to take it to... Nope. They're throwing the quarterback back onto the field.
There goes Albiani.
So they are going to go for 2. The difference here, folks, it is 21-6. That's a 5-point differential. With the attempt here, it would put it to a 7-point lead for the Mustangs.
All right, the Mustangs here to attempt the 2-point conversion. Vieira's right behind Albiani in the shotgun. Ramage to the left wing. Johnny White to the right. He wants to throw it. He's going to throw a fade to the corner, and there's not a chance in that. That never had a chance.
They call a flag here. It's going to be offensive interference. Yes, Hernandez tried to get back to the ball. He underthrew the fade, maybe 2-3 yards, and
well, you're throwing it to the short side of the field there. There's just not any room. You put too much air underneath it. You just run out of real estate.
So it looks like probably needed to put that probably about 2 or 3 yards farther into the corner. Threw it on the defender side, and the defender just kind of said, "Thank you very much." And
I don't know. That's a questionable call. You know, you ran the ball right down the field. You had a nice 50-yard drive. Pound it. We talked about wearing that line out. You've got momentum.
You know, and I understand you're trying to establish your quarterback, but we've already seen Albiani make a nice throw down here.
No, you're trying to win a football game.
Exactly. You need to go in the moment right here, and this is a 5-point lead. Now, even with the 2-point conversion, it would have been a 7-point lead. Now, Colfax can always score, get a 2-point conversion, go into the lead. But any touchdown now is going to be a lead for
Well, they've got
Colfax.
a good kicker. We've got a good kicker. The 1 point is almost automatic from what we've seen so far.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So, you know, that's pretty much a given. And maybe that was the thought process of why they wanted to go for 2. I don't have a problem with them going for 2. I'm just not sure I agree with that play call.
I don't want to make any enemies, but one thing I'll say here, this team's prepared. This coaching staff prepares this team. They're ready to go. But some in-game management here, a little questionable.
Hey, I got to tell you, though, it's a heck of a lot easier standing up here and watching it than it is down there calling it, believe me.
Very much so.
Low liner. It's going to go into the end zone. That's going to be a touchback.
So we still have 2 minutes. Tonight. Yeah, kid kicks it far. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Third quarter action brought to us by the Glass Doctor. We'll be right back here at Argonaut High School.
All right, we're back. Here's the snap. He wants to throw. Come out, slant pattern complete. Number 28. Just a little quick slant. Van Dorn again. That's Weir's favorite target tonight. He's got 2 touchdown passes already.
Pickup of 8 brings up his second.
Just a quick little pitch and catch, easy pass, easy catch, 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They come out in a hurry. We're again in the shotgun. Handoff straight ahead this time. Stopped for no gain on the play by that left side of the line. That looks like number 57. I think that was Crowhurst. No, 52, excuse me.
Argonaut's defense shifting around a lot. It looks like Colfax is trying to get the tempo up, as you said earlier, but they're having a hard time getting the plays in quick enough.
It'll be 3rd down and 2. Big defense play right here. Inside handoff, good penetration. Oh, stop for a loss. No gain on the play. Great job by the interior line of the Mustangs. Frank, that just was slow developing. It didn't quite work like they wanted to. Tried to get it to Avila.
And we might not see many throws. I don't know if there's an injury or if this is a replacement, but Hyman, number 6, is playing quarterback. Austin Weir, we were talking about his strong arm, looked really good. He's not behind center right now. We have their backup, number 6, Ryan Hyman. I have no idea what's going on with the starter here.
Well, I'll try to put my glasses on the sidelines here when we get a break and see if I can find Weir.
Yeah, number 12.
Oh, they're going to try to get him to jump. Yep, called timeout. Yeah, they tried to get the Mustangs to jump there. They called a timeout.
It is 4th down and 2. So again, as Frank said, they're trying to get him to jump off sides and get that first down. The Mustangs won't bite, so they call a timeout. That's going to be the first timeout by Colfax. Argonaut still has 3 timeouts on the board. Colfax down to 2. Argonaut with the 5-point lead here. 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Big shout out to our third quarter sponsor, the Glass Doctor. We do have a timeout on the field. Let's see if we can sneak a quick spot in for the Glass Doctor and then bring it right back here to Argonaut High School.
All right, we're back, and I was just looking on the sidelines. I do not even see Weir on the sidelines, and I think that sack from Fleming might have knocked him out of the game. They're going for it. I think they got it. That's going to be close.
They're signaling first down. Yeah, they are signaling for first. Hey, Frank, real quick. Calaveras Lumber, Ace Hardware, scoring update. Amador final 59-7, 2 weeks in a row, 59 points on the board for Amador. Last I heard from Somerville, they lost 14-42 to Bradshaw Christian.
Somerville lost?
Somerville lost 42.
Weren't they ahead?
No, they were trailing. They lost 42-14.
Yeah, I do not see Weir on the sideline. I think it was that hit from Fleming on the sack that took him out.
Answer no question mark.
That's probably the answer why we're seeing so much more running in this half from Colfax with now Hyman in a quarterback.
I'm telling you, folks, you can watch it on KVGCradio.com. Jake is putting together the video tonight. He usually takes it back and edits it, gets it ready to go. But when you guys see that play by Fleming, you'll know why Weir's not in the game. We're not exaggerating. We're not playing it up for you, folks. It was one heck of a hit. Textbook, very clean, and just hit him hard enough, take Weir out of the game. So nice play by Fleming, probably one of the difference makers in the ball game.
Well, that was a delay of game penalty on Colfax, so that'll back him up. It'll be 1st and 15. Hyman's going to throw this time. He's looking. He throws over the middle, incomplete.
Hyman, not quite the same arm, but they wind up, Frank. They don't have quick releases, either of these guys. They really wind up, but they put something on the ball. Even the backup there, Hyman, he had something on it. Not quite as accurate as Weir.
Hyman's got a much longer release than Weir did. He almost is. He drops it down to his hip and then has to wind it back up here to get on top. Hyman looks a little taller than Weir, and it's just a much longer motion. He's in the shotgun right now. It's 2nd and 15. He wants to throw. He's looking. He throws incomplete. Oh,
no, that ball was tipped, folks. That was a tipped pass, and they just called pass interference.
I think they're going to pick that up. That was tipped to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you got to pick that.
And I don't even think the defender was there early.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, they're picking it up. Waving it off. Look, they're waving it off.
So that's going to take it to the
15.
fourth quarter. That's going to round out the third quarter. 21-16, the Mustangs in the lead. So we'll take a break. We'll check in with our sponsor. Fourth quarter action will be brought to us tonight by Thompson's Auto Group.
All right, we're back here to start the fourth quarter. We're changing ends here. Argonaut just comes out. They're getting back on the field.
A change of possession brought to us tonight by Mellon Faze and the BG Lounge. Well, I guess it's not a change of possession. How about we just say
not a change
of
possession, just change field position here. They're going to put it down. It's going to be a 3rd down and 15 for Colfax.
Bart hooked us up with Mooburgers tonight, man.
Big play right here for the Argonaut defense.
Get him in too many times.
He's back to pass. He's in trouble. He rolls to his right. He's trying to throw deep. Intercepted.
So
that's number 21. That's Ramage.
And Patrick McCarthy had the pressure, made the quarterback roll out to his side, and then a nice jump. Bad throw, kind of a jump ball throw, but Ramage did a nice job using his body almost like a basketball player to block out the offensive player. Jumped up, made a nice interception. Well-timed jump by Ramage as well. Nice job by the Argonaut defense. Now, if Weir's in the ballgame, we don't know that that's the case. We don't know if these same plays are called, but Argonaut is playing against who's out there, and they're doing what they need to do.
Well, that ball was way underthrown, and Ramage did a good job. He had nice position on that and just basically shielded the receiver from the ball and made the interception, so Argonaut's in business again. Johnny White this time gets it, tries to cut inside. He's hit right away. Still fighting, falls forward, gets over the 45-yard line. He's going to end up gaining about 3 on the play.
Hey, nice job holding on to the ball with 2 hands. Colfax trying to rip the ball out right there. And,
Mason Flores, excuse me, that was Mason Flores on the carry. Gain of 3. I mentioned earlier, Flores is only a sophomore. So it takes it across to the 46. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs. And a nice sustained drive, eat some clock right here, could put this game away. Make it a 2-possession game. Oh, inside handoff, the reverse given to White this time. He makes it almost to the 50-yard line. They almost fumbled that also, though.
They're going to wear this clock down, I think, folks, and hopefully
Ricky Davis is reverting back to the double wing, only from the shotgun formation right now. They were successful on that first drive of the half, and there we talked about pound it, wear it out, eat some clock. And right now, with a 5-point lead, eating clock and a score on this possession would be huge.
And a backup quarterback.
Johnny White's got it this time. He's got the first down or more. He's got the 30. He's got the 20, the 15, the 10. Just brought down, tackled by the ankles all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Number 29,
Johnny White.
Jason Aarons of the Colfax Falcons caught White from behind. I'll tell you what. Both teams have done a good job of closing speed on the defense. We've seen both teams out in the open get caught from behind, and Johnny White's not a slow runner by any means. Nice job by Colfax at least to catch up to him.
33-yard run by White.
Another big run by the Mustangs. You know, I was having a little bit of a hard time, Frank, but I'm starting to, it's getting a little more clear for our player of the game, a little bit.
I was just thinking the same thing. All right, 1st and 10. Albiani in the shotgun. Mason Flores. Albiani's going to keep it. Coming around the left side. He's got the corner. Touchdown.
Albiani on a keeper around the left-hand side. Touchdown, Mustangs!
So the Mustangs take a lead here of 27-16, 11-point lead. We'll see what they decide to do on the PAT attempt. Now remember, guys, Colfax has their backup quarterback in the game. They've shown that they can gain yards very quickly, score quickly behind the arm of Weir. But they've got Hyman in the game now. Again, he is the backup quarterback. He's a junior. Hyman's the junior quarterback to Weir, the senior quarterback. What am I getting at, Frank? Backup quarterback, you're probably not going to be scoring quickly on long throws like you were in the first half.
Oh, that ball was tipped. The kick was tipped. And it's still
barely
good.
Through.
Just good over the inside.
28-16, 12-point lead, 10 minutes left to go. We're going to come back here to Argonaut High School. We'll have a change of possession, of course, brought to you by Melon Faze and the BG Lounge. And we'll have more fourth quarter action sponsored by tonight Thompson's Auto Group.
All right, we're back. Nice job right there by the Argonaut defense. Ryan Albiani punches it in from a 7-yard touchdown run, but the big play was Johnny White on a 33-yard romp that put him in that position to take a 28-16 lead, make this a 2-possession game. I was just looking on the sidelines, JD, and Weir is back on the sidelines. We'll see if he's going to come back in and play.
Does he have a helmet on, Frank?
Yes, he does.
He does, okay. That is significant because they have shown they can score through the air.
Kick down to the 10-yard line, comes inside to the 20. Falls forward just over the 25, brought down. That's number 40. That's Mikey Vieira on the tackle. The ball's going to be placed at the 25-yard line where Colfax is going to have it 1st and 10, down by 2 scores.
Hey, a real quick scoring update. Calaveras Lumber, Ace Hardware. Nothing new from Calaveras, surprisingly. We haven't seen an update from there in a while. Amador victorious 59-7 over San Juan. Sonora 62, Ripon 7. Galt 31-16, and Somerville 42, Bradshaw Christian 14. Right here at
Weir is back in a quarterback.
We got 28-16 Argonaut Mustangs.
Weir is back in a quarterback. Hands it off straight ahead. Falls across the 30-yard line down to the 32. That was number 22 for Colfax.
By Philip Martini. Picked up about 5 on the play.
So the clock is running, 9 minutes and 40 seconds left. The Mustangs a 2-possession ball game here, up 28-16. Second down. Mustangs have 3 timeouts, Colfax 2.
Senior quarterback is back in the game. And he wants to throw. He's looking over the middle. He's got a receiver. Oh, what a great catch!
Perfectly thrown ball, a little bit of contact with Johnny White, but then our buddy over here, Van Dorn, one-handed catch, as you said, Frank. Beautiful catch, nice throw.
Guess
by the
who?
senior.
Van Dorn again.
Yep.
What a great throw and catch right there, all the way down to the 28-yard line. Just like that, Weir comes back in the game, and all of a sudden Colfax is back in business.
And it was basically like a pop-style pass, similar to what Albiani had been trying to do here in the second half. Just basically takes one step, stands tall, puts it right on the money.
But Van Dorn got behind the safety in a hurry.
He did, and it couldn't have been a better throw. So 9:17 left on the Mustang side of the field now.
Weir hands it off up the middle. Gain of about 4 on the play.
So Colfax isn't panicking. They're still running their offense. 9 minutes left. Probably going to have to score inside 7 minutes to keep this up, but we'll see what happens here. It's a 2-possession or a 2-score ball game here. Argonauts up 12 on Colfax, 28-16. We got 8 minutes, 8 minutes 45 seconds. The clock's running down here in the ball game. Fourth quarter action brought to us by Thompson's Auto Group.
2nd and 7. Weir again in the shotgun. He wants to throw. He throws a little quick screen out to the right. He's got some room. He gets to the 10. He's hit. Knocked out of bounds.
Number 29, Mason Aherns for Colfax.
About the 12-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10.
We got upended by Johnny White.
You know, the stadium announcer says Aherns, and I say Aherns. What have you been saying, Frank?
I believe it is Ahrens.
Ahrens?
A-H-R-E-N-S.
Oh, it's A-H-R. I read it A-H-E.
Down for the Falcons.
All right, 1st and 10.
You guys are right.
Going around the left side. Nice job by Argonaut stretching it out. No gain on the play. There was all kinds of yellow jerseys around there.
The ball carrier.
Corey Kling was outside to make him cut back in.
If they don't score quick, you're going to see them get a little bit desperate here because they do have to score 2 times. The Mustangs will get the ball back. We imagine the Mustangs will try to control the clock, but it is 28-16. If they get a touchdown here with a 2-point conversion, it's only a 4-point ball game. So I imagine what they would do if they score, they'll go for 1, make it a 5-point ball game. That means 1 touchdown would end up being the win for
a loss of yard on the
Colfax.
play. It'll be 2nd and 11. Weir wants to pass. Look out. He's getting pressure from the other side. Throws to the corner.
Beautiful
He's
throw.
got it.
Beautiful catch on that play right there. That's number 28.
Number 20.
Once again. It looks like number 28 Van Dorn, but
No, it was number 20, I believe.
oh, was it? Cade Collins? Or that's Argonaut. Number 20 is Hunter Kloptik.
Weir to Collins. No, excuse me.
Klopatek.
Klopatek.
Hunter K. for Colfax. I can't tell what the heck that is.
Boy, what a difference. Weir comes back in the game, and Colfax marches it right down. The kick's up, and it's good.
So that makes it 23-28, folks, and that is a big deal. Why? Colfax gets this ball back and scores. They go up. So Argonaut either needs to control the clock, get a first down or 2 here, or get on the board and put this one away. So
well, they just need to control the clock here. They need to keep the
28-23.
clock moving.
7 minutes left.
But what a difference when
Get
Weir
a
came back in the
first
game,
down.
huh?
Yeah, we said it. And the kid's good. The kid's really,
I mean, he throws
really
a nice pass. That touchdown pass, as well as the one over the middle, they were perfectly thrown balls. I mean, it's not like the defenders weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
He laid it right there, and the receivers made the catches. I mean, for high school, that's pretty good.
Very good. Very good.
Just a real nice touch and really delivers a strong ball. Really impressive.
Now Argonaut will be taking the ball here with 7 minutes and 21 seconds left. This change of possession brought to you by Melon Faze and the BG Lounge. Again, 28-23, Mustangs are up. Fourth quarter action. Now the Mustangs have all 3 of their timeouts. Colfax only has 2. Colfax is the team trailing.
Boy, good football game here tonight. Obviously, Argonauts corrected some of their woes from last week. Short kick, up man, fielded about the 30-yard line, 35, brought down at about the 36-yard line where the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10.
It looks like that was Johnny White that took it, so the Mustangs will have pretty good field position here. I'm not a fan of those pooch-style kicks, but Argonaut has shown on their kick returns that they can get up. They've been getting consistently up past the 40.
Well, you know, that guy's got a big leg. I'm not too sure I wouldn't have kicked it out, but 37-yard line going to be the starting position for Argonaut, where they're going to have it 1st and 10. Need to eat some clock here and move the chains. Albiani in the shotgun. Mason Flores with the ball, cuts it up inside, breaks a couple tackles, gets across the 40-yard line, where he's brought down, gain of about 3 on the play.
7 minutes and 3 seconds counting down. Now again, Argonaut has 3 timeouts. Colfax has 2 timeouts left. It is fourth quarter action, so we've got under 7 minutes left to go in this ball game. Argonaut up 5, 28-23.
Second down, they gave him 4 on the play. We're going to call it 2nd and 6. Albiani again in the shotgun. In motion, Flores. Flores with the ball again, trying to get across the right side. Falls forward across the 45. Going to be short of the first down. Nice gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
Mason Flores, the ball carrier.
Some good hard running by Flores.
Until he's stopped by Zane McCade.
Big down right here for Argonaut. They need to keep it on the ground, move those chains, keep that clock moving.
Yeah, as I said, on this possession, if they can run the ball, they can run the clock down, get at least 1 first down, keep the ball for another 4 plays.
3rd down and 2. Albiani in the shotgun. Flores here in the slot to our side. In motion. Albiani's going to keep it. Pitches it back to Vieira. Getting pressure. He's got the first down and more. 50, 45 to the 40. Finally brought down inside the 35-yard line. Another nice read option by Albiani to Vieira.
Now Vieira did a good job to stay in bounds. What happens here when they stay in bounds? This clock does stop on the first down until they set the ball up. But then the clock will start, where if he goes out of bounds, that clock doesn't start until the ball is snapped.
34-yard line, 1st and 10, 5:50. The clock is moving in the game. Keep that ball on the ground. 3 yards in a cloud of dust is all we want.
Hey, and again, nice heads-up play by Vieira to stay in bounds when he easily could have just stepped out.
Albiani's really done a nice job running that read option, though, I got to tell you. His pitches have been on time and on target. That's Mason Flores, again, cutting inside, gets across the 30. That's what you want right there. Keep that clock moving. You're going to force Colfax pretty soon to start using some timeouts, because they know if Argonaut scores, this game's over.
I'll tell you what, we've been talking about, I was thinking Johnny White, but Flores has had some nice runs. The play of the game, what turned this game around, was the hit Fleming put on Weir. We could almost even think about giving it to Fleming for changing the course of this ball game when Argonaut really needed it. So Frank and I, we're going to have some thinking to do. We got a lot of players who at least need some recognition.
Ball's at the 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and call it 5. Johnny White gets a handoff this time, trying to come around the left side. Nothing going on there. Gets about to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down, no gain.
You know, I'm confident with Johnny White right now, the ball in his hands. He covers it up with 2 hands. He holds the ball. When he needs to hold on to that ball, he does. Now I'm seeing Flores, even Hernandez, holding it with 1 hand. They hold it high, they hold it tight. But Johnny White gets into that pile, and he knows the deal here. He knows what's ahead. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. No fumbles, no turnovers, 2 hands. Nice job.
3rd down. 4 down territory here for the Mustangs. Positive play, that's what you're looking for. Inside handoff. Oh, he's got the first down and he's got more. He's breaking it loose. And a touchdown, Mustang!
Beautiful reverse. Ball ends up in the hands of Johnny White on
Johnny White.
Inside reverse. Frank, I think they just put the game away right here.
24 yards, Johnny White.
He just made our end of the game work a little easier too, Johnny. Thank you.
his 3rd touchdown of the night.
See how tight, how quick they run that inside reverse. You almost can't even see the second handoff on that play. Mustangs executing offensively. Nice job.
13-yard touchdown, 33-yard touchdown, 24-yard touchdown. It's a hat trick for White.
And as I said, it makes it very easy now.
Good snap, hold, and a big kick over the track.
And Elmore kicked it good. 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the
Wow.
Hey Frank, quick update. Calaveras Lumber, Ace Hardware, 35-28. Modesto Christian made it a ball game with Calaveras. Calaveras squeaks out with that 35-28 win. Amador victorious 59-7. Amador over San Juan. Sonora 62, Ripon 7. Galt 31, Linden 16, Somerville 42, Bradshaw Christian 14. So Linden and Somerville lose. Sonora, Amador, Calaveras all victorious. Yes, 69. My producer MC was giving me that update. I thought we're still 62. So 69-7, the Sonora game is final. So Calaveras victorious, Amador victorious, Sonora victorious. Looks like Argonaut will wrap this one out and be victorious here. Linden and Somerville.
We've still got 4 minutes left, and a lot can happen in 4 minutes. However, pretty commanding lead right now by Argonaut. It puts Colfax in pretty much desperation mode, needing 2 scores. Wow, what a big answer right there to that Colfax score. Because I could really say that Colfax got some momentum. Weir came back in the game, and it picked everybody's energy level back up. He drove them right down the field, and what does Argonaut do? They come right back and answer with a Johnny White touchdown. Low kick, bouncing, picked up at about the 12, up to the 20, to the 25, dives across, down at about the 28-yard line. Colfax got a long way to go, 1st and 10 from the 28.
Brought down by Patrick McCarthy.
McCarthy right on the tackle. We've called his name a couple times tonight, Patrick McCarthy. And Colfax is going to want to go fast, and they're going to want to go deep. You got to drop your safeties back, and you got to play the chains and play the clock right now.
Yeah,
nobody gets behind you.
4 minutes left. They got to score real quick because the Mustangs still have at least 2 minutes of clock that they can run on.
Nobody gets behind you. Weir in the shotgun. He will throw. He's back. He's looking. He wants to go deep. He's going over the middle to his favorite receiver. Nice job. Ball knocked that down. Was that Johnny White?
Little bit of contact.
Or was that Cade Collins?
I believe that was Johnny White with a nice defensive play to go along with those 3 offensive
Well, that's
scores.
what they want to do. Just back it up and stay behind him. Drop your safety back and doubles the side of wherever Van Dorn is. That's where he wants to throw. That's where he's thrown all night long. You've got to play your safety over to this side. You've got to shade your safety to Van Dorn's side. That's where they're going. Weir's back to pass again. He's going deep again to the other side. Overthrow. Oh, almost intercepted.
Almost in and out of the hands.
That was Cade Collins.
Cade Collins.
Weir's pass. Intended for
now it's 3rd and 10.
Almost intercepted by Cade Collins.
This is really their last shot here. They need to convert. 3:52 left in the game. All right, big play right here for the Argonaut defense. 3:52 left in the game. They're up by 12, 35-23. We're in the shotgun. Quick pop pass over the middle, complete. They've got the first down. That'll move the chains.
But it's also moving the clock, Frank. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the ball game. Argonaut up 12, 35-23. Fourth quarter action brought to us tonight by Thompson's Auto Group. Stay tuned. We've got your Prep Star post-game show coming up after the game. We'll be giving you the Paisanos player of the game. We'll be replaying the utility telecom call of the game as well.
1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Colfax quickly up to the line. Clock is running. Inside handoff this time, and he's got room. He's trying to cut it the outside. He gets across the 50 over to the 45-yard line, drugged down at about the 44, stays in bounds. It'll stop for a first down. They're moving the chains. Collins finally brought him down. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons. They're not giving up.
First down for the Falcons.
Ware wants to throw. He's going deep to the left side. Good position by the defender. Overthrown, incomplete. That was number 22, Hernandez, running stride for stride with him, going for Van Dorn again.
Andrew Hernandez on the coverage that time.
Hernandez did a good job that time getting deep and staying behind him. 3:12 left in the game. 2nd and 10 for the Falcons. They're going to call Colfax, going to call time. No, Argonaut. Argonaut's going to call timeout.
Timeout. We'll bring it back here at Argonaut High School, down Barnett Field. Motherlode League action, 35-23. The Mustangs up 3 minutes and 12 seconds in the game.
All right, here we go. 3:12 left in the contest. Colfax have it, 2nd and 10. Ball sitting at the 43-yard line. They need 2 scores, and they need them in a hurry. Weir, back to pass, rolls to a left, delivers, complete on a little curl route. He's still on his feet, finally drugged down.
That's number 18 for Colfax, Jake Green. We have not called Jake's name yet. So
Cade Collins finally brings him down. Big gain on the play, enough to move the chains. 3:05 left in the ball game. Ball's all the way down to the 22-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
Good enough for another first down for the Falcons.
Weir again, drop back. He's looking. He's coming to his right. A little swing pass to his back. He's got some room. Makes a little juke. Brought down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal
Pass is complete
for Colfax. Clock stops again to move the chains.
On the tackle.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
It'll be first down and goal from the 8.
Weir handout. Oh, he got hit in the backfield and shook the tackle, falls forward. Oh, there's a late flag right there. I think that's going to be, wow, that's against Colfax. That's going to be a personal foul and a late hit. Argonaut's got a player down. And that is just not smart football. That's going to back them up. They were knocking on the door. We've got a player down, so time stops.
And also a flag on the play.
I don't want to speculate. I've got the number, I think. I think it's David Crowhurst that's down. Nope, there's Crowhurst. He's up. He was standing next to him.
Man, this might be a serious one, Frank.
Well, it was a late blindside hit, and that's where the flag came from.
Yeah.
Personal foul. Oh, no, they're calling it against Argonaut. Personal foul against Argonaut. That's going to move it down half the distance of the goal. Ball's going to be sitting on the 1-yard line. Player down, he's up. It's number 51 for the Mustangs. That's Patrick McCarthy.
My phone's going to die.
Boy, I did not see that. I thought it was the other way. But the call was against Argonaut. 2:29 left in the game.
Score here, 35-23.
2nd down and goal for Colfax.
The ball's moved down.
Now, if Colfax puts it in, gets a 2-point conversion, they still need 4 points, folks. So it's
well, they're going to kick the one. There's no sense in going for
exactly.
2. Then they're going to try an onside kick.
Yeah, what I'm just getting at is it's a 2-touchdown game regardless. You can't get a touchdown.
Wow, I don't understand that call. You're from the 2-yard line. Van Dorn went in and then out on a little Z route to the corner. Stops the clock, but now it's 3rd and 2. You needed to score in a hurry there. 2:14 left in the game. 3rd down and goal. We're inside handoff, walks it in for a touchdown. That's number 29. So touchdown Colfax.
And Aaron's the ball carrier, runs it in.
2 yards by Aaron's.
Seconds left to go in the ball game. As Frank said, they're gonna go for an onside kick here. If Argonaut gets it, they can pretty much run out the clock at this point in the ball game.
Yeah, they're gonna go for the kick because the 2 points don't do them any good. It'll make it 35-30.
For Argonaut Pete.
And again, folks, the reason they're going for this, even with a 2-point conversion, they would need another touchdown. A field goal will not do it, so they do go for the 1 point. Very smart. And then it's now a 5-point ball game, 35-30. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. It's going to be a change of possession. Change of possession brought to you by BG's and Melon Faye's, home of the Moo Burger. Friday and Saturday nights, the best prime rib you're going to find anywhere here locally. That is Melon Faye's and the BG Lounge. For to-go orders, 223-0853. And our quarter sponsor, Thompson Auto Group. Let's check in with Thompson's, and we'll bring it back here to Argonaut High School.
Argonaut's got the good hands people up front, expecting the onside kick here. 2:11 left in the game. All Argonaut needs to do is recover this kick, and they can run the clock pretty much out, and this game will be over. So one more thing that needs to be done, and they need to recover this onside kick. And that ball can bounce funny. Here we go. Oh, and it bounced funny. It went out of bounds. That's a flag. Argonaut gets the ball. You know what? It was
because the ball went out of bounds.
Because the ball went out of bounds, but it was a pretty good kick. It took that late hop. The first guy hit the Argonaut player, cleared him out. It hopped and went out of bounds, but
and good depth on it.
They did a pretty good job with that. Got an unfortunate bounce. Argonaut's going to take over at the 45-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10.
The ball where it went out of bounds, which is the 46-yard line of the Mustangs, where it will be 1st down Mustangs.
2:11 left in the game. 1 timeout left for Colfax, I believe. No, 2. Got 2. Each team has 2 timeouts. So Argonaut needs a 1st down. Albiani in the shotgun. Johnny White, inside handoff. Still fighting, going forward, hold on to that football. Falls forward, ends up gaining about 3 yards on the play. Nice hard running by White. Colfax calls a timeout.
So action slowed down quite a bit here as the game's wrapping up. We still got 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. As long as Argonaut doesn't turn the ball over, a fumbled snap or anything like that, we assume they'll just run the clock out, even if they have to punt. But they do have, Jake, is it 25 or 30 seconds? How much time do they have in between snaps to hit at the high school level?
30, I think.
Because we're looking at least 2 minutes.
Well, here's the deal here.
They
need to run the ball here because they need to force Colfax to take that last time out. That's huge. Okay, then they run one more play and they can eat almost a minute off the clock before they got to snap it on 4th down. There's 2:02 left in the game, right? So right now, keep the ball on the ground, force Colfax to take that last time out.
Hey, if the ball doesn't stay on the ground, I will be stunned right here.
Last year, they'd probably throw it in this situation.
Things are different.
Oh, God, thank God. All right.
Had to build stats last year.
Here we go. 2nd down and 7 for the Mustangs. Mikey Vieira, the lone back behind Albiani. Johnny White on the wing. Flores on the wing. He's got it. Falls forward across the 50-yard line. Clock still running. Colfax is not going to take the timeout. 1:50 left. Now there's a timeout.
Timeout.
Colfax, wow. I don't know what they were waiting for. They burned some time. They're waiting to call that.
This is where you put a backup in at safety on that play, and then, oh, I'm hurt. Oh, no.
1:49 left in the game. Third down. So even if Argonaut doesn't convert, they can run it down to about a minute before they have to snap the ball to punt it. A first down obviously is a game over situation. It's third down, and we're going to call it 5. So 3rd and 5, the ball sits at the 49-yard line, the Colfax 49-yard line. Colfax just used their last timeout. All right, both teams back on the field. Third down, Argonaut up to the line. Albiani in the shotgun as he has been all night, calling signals. Vieira, the lone back behind him. Johnny White in motion. It's give to White. He's trying to get around this left side. He cuts it up inside. He's still fighting. He's not going to get the first down, so it'll be 4th down. The clock will continue to run.
Fighting his way down toward the 40.
I would take it all the way down to the last second and then use the timeout if I'm Argonaut. You got 2 timeouts left. Let that clock get down to the last second. Call a timeout. You don't want to take an extra 5 yards here. Let it go down and call a timeout. No reason to rush this play.
Are we on? Okay.
Clock down, 1:12 and ticking. Let's see, they're going to the line of scrimmage. Albiani looking to the sidelines. Albiani kicks it. Quick kick, nobody back. The clock's still running until that ball is down. Don't touch it, don't touch it. Inside the 10-yard line, the clock is stopped with 43 seconds left.
Quick kick. Rolls all the way down inside the 10-yard line.
They're going to spot it at the 8. They're 92 yards away and only 43 seconds and no timeouts to do it in.
Ball be placed at the 8-yard line where it'll be first down for the Falcons.
43 seconds for Argonaut to remain undefeated in this season.
They're finishing it out strong.
With 92 yards to defend. Colfax comes to the line, last gasp. We're in the shotgun. He wants to throw. There's a flag. Throws incomplete. Flag on the play. I'm going to say that's holding against Colfax.
Where's pass intended?
But it'll stop the clock with 38 seconds left.
And Hunter will flop it. Ball's incomplete. We got a penalty flag on the play.
Yep, against Colfax. Oh, false start.
False start against Colfax. That'll be half the distance to the goal.
So put him about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, that moves him back to the 4. 38 seconds left.
35-30, folks. Argonaut still up 5 here. 38 seconds left to go in the ball game. Colfax without timeouts. Need a first down or out of bounds to stop the clock. Or, of course, an incompletion.
Weir is standing on his goal line in the shotgun. Watch for Van Dorn, his favorite target all night. Oh, that was another flag. He stepped back.
The quarterback false start.
Yes, he sure did. That's complete, out of bounds, close to the first down. It'll stop the clock with 32 seconds left. The quarterback sure did false stop.
I'll tell you what.
But I guess as long as he moved back and nobody else was moving, it's just like a man in motion. So
in full pads, 90 yards, 85 yards. A fast kid's going to take almost 15 seconds in full pads to do that, folks. There's only 30 seconds left. They need to score in a play or two here. They're running out of time.
He's rolling to his left, throwing it out of bounds, trying to kill the clock. Complete.
Nice hands catch right there by Michael McCarthy. Or excuse me, that's Argonaut Jake Green. We called Jake Green's number earlier, but nice catch with the hands.
So it's out of bounds. That'll move the chains. There's 26 seconds left. They needed that first down. Now they got to start thinking big. 26 seconds left, no timeouts. The ball sits on the 23-yard line.
Ball's placed at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Weir fakes a handoff. Pressured underneath. He's got a hold of him. He gets rid of it over the middle. Oh, almost intercepted. Weir did a great job getting rid of that. He had an Argonaut defender hanging on his heel. He spun around and just kind of threw it to the middle of the field. Lucky that wasn't intercepted.
Literally holding his ankle. But he came up in desperation, just kind of threw the ball up the field. Very lucky it wasn't intercepted, but nice job not to get sacked on the left.
He's got a strong arm.
He really does.
He threw that thing hard, and I mean, he had nothing behind it. 18 seconds left in the game, second down and 10.
Again, Colfax without any timeouts.
Argonaut fans on their feet, they're pounding the drums. Weir back to pass, in trouble again, sacked! Sacked!
Yeah, surprised.
That's number 92.
No timeouts. That's going to be the ball game. They've got guys
Derek,
down the field.
red-headed Flash Fleming.
3, 2, 1, and they don't get a playoff.
That's
That
the
is
ball
the ball game.
Fleming, 2 huge defensive plays. Argonaut 35-30 victorious over Colfax. 3-0 this Argonaut Mustang team.
And you know what, folks? With that, wrapping up the ball game, 35-30. We want to thank our sponsors tonight. Our pregame show brought to us by Camps Propane. Our quarter sponsors, Jackson Tire, Central State Credit Union, the Glass Doctor. Our fourth quarter action here brought to us by Thompson's Auto Group. And don't forget, Utility Telecom, the call of the game tonight. Our player of the game, we will announce shortly. That's brought to us by Paisanos, and we'll be back with your Prep Star post-game show, your post-game wrap-up by Les Schwab.
All right, we're back. Outstanding football game here tonight. I have to tell you, I was very impressed by the Argonaut Mustangs. It's the first time we got to see them this year, coming off of a very flat performance last week against a much weaker opponent than they were going to see tonight. And it was an interesting game where they controlled the first half. However, they were behind at halftime. Well, they came out in the second half. They kind of changed things up a little bit. Big play by Derek Fleming, knocked Weir out for a while. That kind of changed the momentum. Johnny White just had an outstanding game. A lot of players on the Argonaut staff, on this Argonaut team that played well tonight. Albiani played a real good game, really ran that read option very well. Just a lot of players that did a lot of good things. It was a great team win for Argonaut to remain undefeated, and another Mother Lode League team to stay
victorious.
At 3-0.
You know, some quick scoring updates from around the league brought to us always by Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware. Modesto Christian and Calaveras became a close game, 35-28 in that ball game. Amador 59, once again, San Juan 7, Sonora 69, Ripon 7, and then Galt and Linden. Linden lost, Somerville lost as well. Galt 37, Linden 25. Somerville fell 14-42. Oh, and we did get an update from Bret Hart. Bret Hart actually 27, Golden Sierra 6.
So that's 5 teams in the Mother Lode League after 3 weeks that are still undefeated.
Correct.
5 teams.
That leaves Amador, Argonaut, Calaveras, Sonora, Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
But Bret Hart's only played 2
Bret
games.
Hart didn't have a game on 0 week, but they're 2-0 and they've won both games handily.
They did.
Handily.
They did.
And Linden. For Linden. What do you got to say about Linden? So, conversely, we have 5 teams that are 3-0. We have 1 team that's 0-3, right?
Yes, correct. And we've, I think Linden might keep that 0 for a few weeks. I don't see anyone on their schedule that they're going to beat.
If you can't beat Galt,
yes,
I don't think you can beat anybody.
Especially not when you get into this league. Like you're saying, it's a really strong league this year. Hey, we're going to come back. The final score, 35-30. The Argonaut Mustangs over Colfax. We're going to come back here in just a moment, and we'll have some more of your post-game show. Also, we'll have your player of the game and your utility telephone call of the game. Before it won't call out, this has been one heck of... We've been doing more work trying to keep a signal here at this game than we did broadcasting, I'll tell you that. Usually here at Argonaut High School, we have a hard line, and there was an internet connection here as well. There was a work order to take that out. We understand that the phone line was taken out as well, and that kind of put us in a little bit of a bind here, and we're working through it. So sorry about the signal dropping, folks. We'll have all that worked out by the next time we're here at Argonaut High School. Now, tonight we need to finish things up, our Prep Star post game. Frank will give us a quick rundown of some of the scores, what the action looked like. Jim's taking care of the utility telecom call of the game. That was the nice near touchdown pass down here earlier in the game, so you guys heard that one. And Frank and I will also have your Paisanos player of the game. So Frank, quick wrap up of what we saw tonight.
Well, you know, it was a really interesting game. We saw a first half that was pretty much dominated by Argonaut. They came out and scored a quick touchdown excuse me, on the Vieira INT on the interception, and that put them ahead 7-0 at the end or excuse me, no, they didn't score on that interception. We threw the interception. Colfax scored first on the first hookup, Weir to Van Dorn. Correct. On a 45-yard touchdown pass. So Colfax was up 7-0 at the quarter. But the second quarter, whole different deal. They came running back. Albiani took it in from 3 yards for the first Argonaut score. Then Albiani hooked up with Hernandez for a nice 39-yard play. Didn't result in a touchdown. Then they turned the ball over again, right? They fumbled the ball, so they shot themselves in the foot again. Well, so they turned the ball over like on the 2-yard line. Very next play, David Crowhurst comes in, sacks Weir for a safety. Great. So all of a sudden, it's like 9-7, right? Okay, looking pretty good. Argonaut's looking pretty good. They think we're going to score again going into the first half. Johnny White takes a 13-yard touchdown. He goes in 15-7. Well, Colfax kicks a field goal. So we think we're doing pretty good. Argonaut's going to get the ball to start the second half. All of a sudden, we're to Van Dorn, 35 yards, boom, just like that. Argonaut, which pretty much dominated the half, had a couple turnovers. They're down 16-15 at half.
And what was going on is we had Albiani punting from the same formation that they ran their plays from, maybe trying to confuse the defense. Only maybe 4 yards back, not very deep. Wasn't able to get much leg into some punts, was giving field position back to Colfax, and that's what set up that
well, what set up for the long time, if you remember, it was kind of a rugby-style kick. He was only about 5 yards back. He started rolling to his right. He got pressure from the right. Once you roll out of the pocket, you become a runner, not a kicker. He got hit, and he just didn't even get 10 net yards on the punt. That allowed Colfax to score to take the lead at halftime.
Correct.
Argonaut comes out. They get the first possession of the second half, and boom, just like that, they're back on the board. White scores again, 33-yard touchdown pass. Then Albiani runs it in from 7 yards. At that point, Argonaut's ahead. Then Johnny White, 24-yard touchdown pass again, and that was pretty much it. White had 3 touchdowns on the night.
Great game.
Absolutely outstanding game. Derek Fleming had a couple huge hits. The one that actually knocked Weir out of the game for those 2 series, which turned out to be pretty huge, because when Weir came back, all of a sudden Colfax was on a roll again.
Exactly. And you know what? We had a call of the game earlier. Had we saved that call till later, it may have been the Fleming play just because of what it did in the ball game. It was a big difference maker. And you can get kind of excited and say, woo! But we got to take the whole game. And this was Johnny White's game.
I absolutely agree.
I mean, 3 touchdowns. Their workhorse. Defensively, had some nice pass defenses.
Carried the ball. Tackles. He worked hard. Held on to the ball. Carried the ball hard. Ran hard. Inside, outside. 3 touchdowns tonight. Player of the game, Johnny White.
Paisano Pizza. Thank you, Paisanos. Johnny White. But we do want to make sure we give credit, because that was a huge play by Fleming. Also, Crowhurst won there in the end zone with the safety. 2 very big plays, but we're taking the game as a whole.
I thought Albiani played a great game.
He did. We'd like to see that interception not thrown. That ball should not have been thrown. The fumble down at the goal line. Without those two plays, I probably give it to Albiani. Yep. He ran the offense well. He was very composed. He's a leader on the field, and you can see it. You can see the young man. They all kind of gravitate towards him, and he keeps the team together. And I expect by the time the league comes, we're going to be calling that number 11 quite a bit, and he'll probably get himself a pizza one of these nights, I think.
But boy, I got to tell you what, this is going to be one exciting year of Mother Lode League football. We talked earlier, 5 Mother Lode League teams are undefeated after week 3.
And Somerville has a victory. Linden, the only team without a victory.
That's right.
There's been years where there's been multiple teams 3 games in with no wins in this Mother Lode League.
And I'm telling you what, all these teams didn't play patsies.
No.
I mean, there was some good competition. So next week we've got Calaveras over at Union Mine,
which may be
not much of a game.
Calaveras.
That's okay. You still listen to us. We're entertaining enough.
Oh, but you never know what's going to happen, and we want to see it, and we want to tell you guys what we see with our own eyes of this Calaveras team. We've heard a lot about them, guys, and so we'll get to see them. You'll get to see them right here on KVGCradio.com.
It'll be our first shot.
Check it out.
First chance to see them before we start the Mother Lode League action. So, that'll give us a pretty good idea. Probably the one team that we haven't seen that's probably considered the front runner would be Sonora.
Yes.
But obviously what they've done to Oakdale, Oakdale, Ripon, and who did they beat last week? Another good team. Lodi.
Yes,
Lodi.
D1 school.
Lodi. Wow, this is going to be one great Mother Lode League.
And we got some quarterbacks in the league.
And we got one more game before we start league action, and it's going to be exciting. So we're hoping you stay with us all season long. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I hope you're here and enjoy it with us.
Today's postgame brought to you by Prep Star. Frank, till next week, buddy.
All right, buddy. Good night, everyone.
Guys.